again and welcome to another Warhammer 40k Morty and Glory Battle Report. In today's episode, we see a horde of Astartes taking on the favoured sons of Nurgle. It will be the Black Templar Tide taking on the big boys of Papa Nurgle. The narrative for today's game is going to be that the Templars were dispatched to defend this Imperial world from a Chaos Demon incursion, but unfortunately, they did not arrive in time. As you can see, the wrecks of Imperial war machines are already beginning to rust and decay, and moss and algae directly from Nurgle's garden has begun to infest and overtake the planet. But the Templars never back down from a challenge. Accept any challenge, no matter the odds. And if they cannot defend the planet, then at the very least, they will avenge it. But that's enough fluff. I'm just very excited. It's time to get into the crunch. Let's dive right into the army list and take a look at the forces that are going to be battling it out.
Nurgle, yes!
And here we have 2,000 points of the Emperor's Crusaders. The Black Templars are here, and we are running them in the traditional Black Tide. Tanks? Never heard of them. Tanks for the memories, that's what I say. I love running my Black Templars. They are my favourite Space Marine chapter by far. Well, calling them a chapter is a little bit disingenuous because they don't recognise the Codex. And they purposefully are all fleet-based so they can have all their forces dispersed. So every time Guilliman comes along, it's like, you've only got 1,000 Marines, haven't you? And they're like, yeah, totally. I think at one point it was established that the Black Templars were starting to get up to like minimum legion size, like 10,000 Marines. I love it.
I feel like the Black Tide is like when...
Chad Templars versus
like
Virgin Guilliman.
Okay, we only have 10 slots for the Legion left. The rest of you fight it out. And it's like send them forward, and it's like, let 10 men come back. Welcome to the Legion.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I mean, I could go on and on about Templar lore and everything, but my favourite thing about them is that they run big blocks of infantry. They are the true Horde Marines, in my opinion, and they do this by being able to mix what they call initiates and neophytes together. Now, all the GSC people don't get too excited. It's not those neophytes. Imagine if these guys were infinitely respawning, Tom. That would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah. No, their initiates are the equivalent of their power armor marines. So in the firstborn times, that would be the equivalent of your tactical marines. And your neophytes are your trainees, as in the equivalent of scouts. RIP back in the day. Now, with all the Primaris stuff, and we're running Primaris today, the initiates are the equivalent of assault intercessors, and the neophytes are their own thing. They're called Primaris neophytes now, and they're basically like a regular Primaris Marine, but they've only got a 4+ save.
Nice.
But it's cool because you just can take these huge blocks of guys, because the whole Templar thing is they have their initiates paired with their neophytes so that they're training together. And they learn on the front lines. All this scout malarkey where you got to sit back and learn from a distance. No, we give you a bolt pistol. We give you a chainsword. You're in the front lines. If you make it, great. If you don't, well, you weren't worthy to be part of the chapter.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah, you're a neophyte. Frontline infantry. Exactly. So this army is really straightforward. It's really simple. I have taken 5 maxed out bricks of Templar Crusaders. Every single one of them is being led by a sword brother, and there are 8 neophytes and 11 initiates in each squad. 4 of these squads are going to be choppy. So we've got all of the power armor blokes with heavy bolt pistols and Astartes chainswords, and all of the neophytes are armed with regular bolt pistols and Astartes chainswords. And the sword brother will have a power sword. I think he might be able to take like a cheeky sort of like flamer pistol. If he can, he'll have it. If not, they'll have a heavy bolt pistol. We've got 4 blocks like that, as you can see. And then we've got the last block, which is more of a Daka blob. So all of the initiates in this blob are going to be equipped with the bolt rifles, and all of the neophytes are going to be equipped with, I think they used to be assault carbines, but now they just call them neophyte firearms, but it's essentially an assault carbine. And then there will be a sword brother in there with his pistol and with his power sword. Last bit to mention is the 3 characters. Now, interestingly, this Black Tide has got a lot cheaper from 9th to 10th edition. And I used to only be able to take 4 big blocks and 10 of these guys, and then I'd only be able to fit Grimaldus and Helbrecht in. But now with 10th edition, I could take 5 maxed out bricks, and I can also squeeze in an extra character. It's pretty wild. The 3 characters I've got, of course, we're going for all the boys back in time. Boys are back in time. Boys are back in town. We're not messing around today.
They are back in time because it's their Legion size now.
Exactly. But we are going for all the classics. We've got Chaplain Grimaldus, the Reclusiarch of the Black Templars. And then we have got High Marshal Helbrecht, Pimp Daddy himself with his golden pimp hand. And also the 2 servitors, one of which is polishing his dick. And then we have got the Emperor's Champion. Yes! I know you're a big fan of the Blade Champion.
It is the Blade Champion, yes, but this is the Emperor's Champion.
The champion of the Emperor. Honestly, the Emperor's Champion is the OG 1v1 in real life. Fight me, bro. He is so cool. I have no idea what his rules are, but almost exclusively every single time I use my Templars, when I was using Firstborn, I always used the Emperor's Champion, to the point where, when I used to play a lot of games versus my brother, he used to fear the Emperor's Champion. The Emperor's Champion has taken Mephiston's head many a time.
Didn't we have a 1v1 with the Blade Champion and the Emperor's Champion on that Black Templar battle report? And I seem to remember the Blade Champion winning that duel. Yes.
That is true, but
it was best out of 1 though. So,
I think we went toe to toe for a round, then you got to strike first.
I did,
and that's what.
Yeah. So I think you ended up charging into me, but I was like, "Lol, fight first."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But the Emperor, but that was. I mean,
you can only play his trick once.
Yeah. But and also I think the Blade Champion back in the day could do like a 3-up invuln versus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still can, to be honest.
Yeah. Maybe we need to retry, get the arena back out.
Well, actually, the Blade Champion in the new Codex is the new Index is like one of the strongest units in there.
Fair play. So he's only got better.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not entirely certain how.
I've got 3 of them at home.
You got 3 of them, nice. Well, I'm only allowed to take 1 Emperor's Champion because he's just that fucking good. You should make a film about me sometime. Now, that is my army. For one thing you may have noticed is I've not got any big flamers or power fists in my Templar bricks. I don't own any, but also I actually personally prefer the chainswords. I think the volume of attacks is very important, especially, I've always thought that, but especially with the new Templar vows. The new Templar vows. So if you take all chainswords, one of the vows you can do gives you lethal hits. So suddenly having the extra strength doesn't matter. You can do one where if you're facing hordes, you can go for sustained hits. So you can just keep whacking and smacking and whacking. You've also got the classic, if you're facing a gun line, you've got the durability one that gives you the 6 at feel no pain, army wide, and your leadership gets better too. And then... No! And then we get to the last one, which when Tom and I proposed, should say this matchup was decided by the channel viewers.
The channel decided.
The channel decided Tom's fate. Me and Tom were like, oh yeah, Templars versus Demons. That'll be really good. And then we were just like looking through the rules before filming. And I was like, wait, what is that Templar vow? I was like, oh, I'll go for the durability one. And I was like, wait, what's that Abhor the Witch? And I was like, Tom, you're Great on Cleveland Psychic.
No. Wait.
You're Great on Cleveland Psychic, Tom. And he was like, yeah. And I went, oh God. Oh God. So the vow, and I have spoken with Tom off camera about this. I have made sure that he is okay with it. We've been gentlemen about this. We've not gotcha'd anyone. And what Abhor the Witch does is gives you anti-psycho 4+ on your melee weapons. So those big chunguses are getting torn apart by chainsaws on a 4+.
Yeah, well, it would be 6. Grim.
I'd be fishing for 6s on lethal hits.
Yeah.
Grim in the dark.
I have 4 grey and clean ones.
And he has 4 grey and clean ones. Hey, this is where I big this up and then it just doesn't come out. So we'll see. But that is the Black Templar Tide. That is the vow I'm taking today. And yeah, I guess the only thing to do now is go to the field of battle after deployment.
Nurgle, yes! Boys.
Have plopped into the bowl and they are floating around there right now.
Yeah.
Tom, take us through your army today.
Well, this is my 2,000 point list of Nurgles? Demons of Nurgle.
Nurgles of Demon.
The Nurgles of Nurgle. There we go. The Demons of Nurgle. It's a bit of an odd list, and people are probably going, there's not much there, but there also is. So, to start off the list... Anyone who's seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia, these guys are all... There's Mac 1, Mac 2, Mac 3, Mac 4. Just cultivating mass. They're cultivating mass. It's bulking season.
It's bulking. They're just cultivating mass. All right, carry on. Bit of an out there reference, but hopefully some people will get it.
So to start off with, I have 3 great unclean ones. Plus, I have Rotigus, who is also a great unclean one.
So is this 1, 2, 3, and then Rotigus has got his... He's got dressed up for the occasion.
He's got the gnarl rod, and he's got his...
It's got a stick, man.
He has got a stick. It's a very stinky stick.
Oh my god, like his arm's all messed up underneath there, and his tummy's talking to me. Oh dear.
Talk to me.
Oh, I didn't actually appreciate from the top down. I did not appreciate how absolutely fucked this model was, man.
Oh, yeah,
it's awesome.
It's great. But yes, I'm running 4 great unclean ones. Now, originally this list did have 5 great unclean ones.
Ooh.
Because in 9th edition you could fit in another special character, which was a great unclean one, which is absolutely hilarious that you can just have 5.
5, baby.
5 dudes! But in this list I've got 3 great unclean ones plus Rotigus, and my warlord is in the centre.
With the bell?
Yes. No, not the bell, sorry. The more well-painted one, with the horns.
The horny man.
Yes, the horny man, yes. He has a flail and a sword, as well as the upgrade Endless Gift, which gives him a 5-up Feel the Pain in any area on the battlefield, and a 4-up Feel the Pain on the Storm of Chaos, or Walk of Chaos on the battlefield. So basically, he's hopefully going to be quite tanky, I'm hoping.
Right.
But on the other 2, one to the left is armed with the same that my warlord has, a sword and a flail, and he just has a 6-up aura for a Feel the Pain, which so does the other guy with the bell. He also has a 6-up Feel the Pain aura.
He's got his bell.
As the bell brings back D3 plague bearers within 18, I believe, or wounds to the beasts, I do believe.
But not to himself.
Not to himself, no. So if he kills something with a bell, then he brings a plague bearer back. That's how it works.
Okay.
He also has his knife, which is just like a nice little stabby thing. And I also believe...
The old rattly shank.
The old stab.
The old rattly shank. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's like the main force for today. The Rotigus has his gnarl rod, which is like a psychic powery attack.
And he's got some hentai tentacles coming off here as well.
Oh, I did forget to mention as well that all of the Great Unclean ones also have putrid vomit. So they throw up on things, which is a flamer.
Nice.
So, I mean, that's cool.
That's cool.
I think it's cool. And then moving on to the more heavy-hitting units of the army, I have the Plague Toads, or the Beasts of Nurgle. Unfortunately...
Oh, so these represent Beasts of Nurgle, but they're Plague Toad models?
Yes.
Cool. I wondered where these are from. They look so good, man. They look way better than the regular Beasts of Nurgle.
I had someone at a tournament go, oh my god, are these the actual GW models? I went, god, no. God. These are the actual... so if you play Warhammer 3, Total Warhammer 3, these are the renders from the game.
Ah, right.
3D printed.
So are these them? Are these the official ones?
Those are the official Beasts of Nurgle.
Ah, yeah, they look awful.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Like, what is up with the weird, the weird dick hair?
Yeah, it's like coral hair, yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason why those two look different is because I used to have a unit of 3. You used to be able to take them in units of 3.
Right.
So they were like my unit of 3 that would go around going blah, 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 on everything. Whereas the Toads were my units of they're just going to scout ahead and all that sort of stuff. But those are the heavy hitting units for the army. They deal devastating wounds on 6s.
Nice.
They have 6 attacks each, And they also are T9, and if you don't kill them in shooting or combat, they just regenerate all the wounds.
So that maybe I should have gone for lethal hits.
Yeah, oh, yeah, maybe, because it's they're not psychic, are they?
It's fine.
Grim.
It's fine.
Grim.
I can't. I've done my thing. I've picked. There you go.
But yeah, no, I just like the aesthetic of the army, to be fair. It's why I like it.
Yeah.
I have no idea how they'll do, but I really like it. I took this army to a tournament as a meme. I lost all 3 games.
Nice, baby.
But I can tell you, I had a lot of fun.
That's what we've talked about before, so I don't want to go on it too much, but we have kind of been on a journey of discovery, especially myself, and there is definitely, I think 10th edition is focused on playing for fun. And you should worry less about winning, because if you want to win, just collect Eldar. Right now, time recording. Not being a dick, not casting any shadow, but frankly, that is, if you're playing to win, and that is your main goal, that's the only thing, what are you doing? Just collect Eldar.
Yeah,
for the rest of us, or GSC, for the rest of us, just play for fun.
Yeah, so that's the main heavy hitting units of the army. Then I'm moving on to the flanks. I have 2
got some flankers here.
10-man squads of Plague Bearers. They are T5, 2 wounds each. Basically, chaff sort of dudes. They're just there to sit on an objective and maybe score a few hits.
2 wounds each, finally.
Essentially, huh? 2
wounds each, finally.
Yes, 2 wounds each. I'm sad that you can't take them in 20-man blobs, but you can take them in 10-man blobs, which is okay.
Were they 1 wound each?
They were 1 wound each, but if
20-man
you took them
blob.
in a 20-man blob, they were -1 to hit and -1 to wound.
But now they're 10.
They're 10 dudes, T5, 2 wounds each. They have just like 1 damage weapons. They're all cool. They also, so the front 2-man on the left, I'm going to say that's the sergeant with the icon, and this is the dude with the flute. It basically gives them +1 on their charge rolls and +1 on their leadership, just so they're not leadership 7.
Fair.
And then moving on to the best unit of the army, I've got
buddy.
Nurglings.
Nice.
Which is my little lord.
Last time I faced these, some Ogun ran over them, didn't realise they were there.
Yeah, made me sad.
Made me very sad. Then your Death Guard guy came in and absolutely tore my Ogun apart. So
there we go. Well, there's not really much to say about the army, to be fair. I think it's cool. They're just going to sit there, just big dudes going to try and kill some stuff.
It's unique. Hopefully, whether it's like a balanced game or not doesn't matter. Hopefully this is something that will be enjoyable for people's viewing pleasure, because it's something that they wouldn't normally see.
Yeah. I mean, when do you see just big dudes?
When do you see 4 big dudes? When do you see people actually running 100 Templars? When do you see the 2 in the same battle report?
Yeah, nice. I'm excited for it anyway.
I'm excited too. Anyway, let's head on over to the Templars themselves.
Blessings of Nurgle be upon you, my son.
Blessings of the Emperor!
And here we have the battle after deployment. Yes, it is the Black Tide versus Nurgle. As you can see, it is the warriors of the Black Templars facing off against the beasts of Nurgle. Yes, and that Rotigus is looking rather wonky. But yes, that is the battlefield after deployment today. Going into the missions, we have drawn Crucible of Battle for deployment, which is a 5-mission objective. And then for the primary mission, we have the Ritual. So this means that at the end of each command phase, the players whose turn it is scores 5 VP for each objective marker in No Man's Land. They control up to 15 VP. So we don't actually get one for our home objective, which is pretty sad. And then the mission roll for today is Vox Static. So for command rerolls and New Order Stratagem, it will cost us 2 CP instead of the regular 1, which might be a little bit of a problem. But that is the mission for today, and as I will show you the objectives for today, there is one in the Black Templars deployment zone. There is one in the Nurgle Demons deployment zone. There is one in the centre, and then there is one either side of the battlefield today. So that is what we'll be fighting over today, and we'll go into turn 1 and decide whose turn it is.
For the Emperor!
For the Emperor! Wait, no! Nurgle!
You can't. Now, Tom, normally I would try and beat you to the punchline here and say, as my guest, you may roll first. But before we do that, we must firstly acknowledge there's a very cute cat in the room. Hello. His cuteness is equal to his smelliness. But, doing the little head rub. But, we must also say a big thank you to channel supporter L1011 TriStar. Because not only is he a big supporter of the channel on the live streams and on all the videos, he also sent us a little present this week. A genuine set from Las Vegas, no less, of casino dice.
Did he steal it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. These are genuine casino dice. They're very, very, very precise. In fact, you're not really allowed to use them in normal games of 40k like tournaments because apparently they're too precise. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I've heard people...
They are sharp.
They're very, very sharp. Like, you pick these up, you roll them in your hand, you bleed.
Yeah.
You bleed.
I picked them up together, and Tim was like, no!
I was like, don't,
Okay.
don't roll them as a
I
group.
put them down, I was like, what?
They're very cool, and I just want to say a massive thank you to L10 for sending us these. This is one of the coolest and most sophisticated presents I have ever received.
I want to know what the 189 means, or 18.
That must...
18 grams, is that it?
I don't know. Is it 18 grams?
Is it 18 grams or 189?
It could be either or. See, we're not men of culture, so we don't know. Let us know. Let us know down in the comment section. But we're very grateful. This is a very cool present, and we are going to be using these dice to determine our key rolls, such as the roll to go first. Yes. So, Tom, would you like to pick your dice, sir? You're going right for the middle.
Right for the centre.
Okay, I'm going...
I'm sharp in your hand. Oh,
yeah, I'm going to go for this one nearest to me. Okay, now, would you like to roll first, sir?
I would, sir. I would.
It's very bouncy, so it might bounce off the tray. Ooh, it's a good start.
Blessings of Nurgle, sir.
Not bad.
Do you know what? I like these dice.
I like these dice. Remember which ones these are. All right, so we'll put these back in their position.
Can I use them for my advance rolls?
Yes, you can use these dice for key rolls throughout the game, and we'll make sure if we're doing like a CP reroll that we use these dice to represent.
Well, it's a 2 CP reroll this game.
It is indeed. Damn Vox static. Damn.
Nice.
So, Tom, you are going first, and we'll be back. What I imagine is after your first turn.
Yes.
Probably.
Pretty much. All
right. Well, we're back with either a key point in Tom's turn or with a summary of his turn 1. Start and end of Nurgle turn 1. Tom, yes. It was fast and furious.
Fast and furious.
Indeed, sir. Family.
Breadstick.
Nice. Oh my God. So, Tom, take us through your turn.
So to start off, I drew my 2 objectives, which was behind enemy lines.
Oh dear.
Brilliant. And it's 2 CP to get rid of it. So I'm stuck with that one.
Oh,
and also God. I got deploy teleport hover.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I'm stuck with that one as well.
It is funny because Tom and I off camera discussed should we just pick fixed objectives? Because I've obviously got loads of infantry for you to pick no prisoners, and you've got loads of big things for you to pick, bring it down. And then I just went, I'm just going to trust to the Emperor will guide my hand. And you were like, the Dark Gods will show me the way. And it turns out that Nurgle ain't pleased with you. He ain't pleased.
Yeah, so...
Because you wore the gas mask boys yesterday. Not yesterday, last week. And now he's upset with you because you couldn't smell him through the gas mask.
Naturally.
There you go.
But yeah, start of my turn, I advanced with everything, sir, because naturally that is my style.
Yes.
So I advanced with everything, and those bloody casino dice aren't half consistent.
A 3.
I rolled a 3, a 3, a 3, a 3, then a 4, then I think a 5.
Adventurous! You went for a 4.
And then it was a 3, and I was like, okay, so I rolled all 3s other than a 5 and a 4, and those are towards these dudes way over around there.
Yes.
The big, my warlord, I should say, the great and clean one. This
the horny
guy,
man.
Here, and that plague. I keep saying plague beasts. The beasts of Nurgle over there.
Plague beast is fine. I think people understand what you mean with plague beast. It's all plague related, isn't it? So.
And then Tim went, "Oh, great! You got any shooting?" No. Other than I've got some psychic abilities where it can reduce your toughness. So, Rotagus is going to be like, lol, reduce the toughness.
They're reduced toughness?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get
I might have to roll for it. I'll check in a sec.
We'll check off camera and we can do it.
But essentially, that is the end of my turn because all of my weapons, they're not assault and they're really short range.
Yeah.
So But I'm happy. I just was trundling up the field, and Tim's like, "Oh my god, they're running!"
Boom, boom, boom. It's like an avalanche, like a snowball becoming a boulder, and all this kind of stuff.
But yeah, that's the end of Nurgle turn 1. I haven't scored any points yet. I'm on 1 CP, so I haven't spent any stratagems yet.
Isn't it good, Tom, when you're running a fun meme list and you don't get the orders you need and you don't get the advance rolls you need, and it's almost like you could really do the leg up from the luck gods to help you get over your memeness.
Yeah,
Da!
Whatever happens, happens. I painted these to look cool.
Oh my god.
But that's it. Yeah, so let's head over to Black Templars. Turn 1.
Deus Vault! Aim Imperator! Black Templars, turn 1. For the glory of the Imperium, upon sighting the enemy, we advance, sir. That is our style, sir. The entire line moved forward in glorious, well, not an actually advancing, glorious, just regular ass movement to close the distance with the vile machinations of chaos. Chaos!
Chaos, yes! He doesn't know how to advance, which is a shame.
Well, if I advance, I can't charge. So there you go. So that was the general movement.
Charging's for dudes.
General movement was forward. 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 Now, in terms of the specifics, Oath of Moment went on Rotigus because I have a good chance of getting a couple of dudes in there. And I also, Grimaldus did the 5 up feel no pain on his squad there. I thought about doing advance and charge, but I realised that I could only Oath of Moment 1 squad at a time. And I figured that with the CP reroll being so fucky that I didn't really want to risk that with amount to spend all my CP on a reroll. I wanted to keep some CP for some stratagems. So what I did is I just went for 5 on the pain. If I make the charge into this big boy, brilliant. If I don't, I've got a 5 on the pain, hopefully keeping me alive.
Very nice.
I believe that was all my command stuff. Orders. Orders.
Oh yes, these secondary missions, which I keep on having to remind you in every battle report to bold.
Well,
We're still not getting used to it, sir.
I never remember to pull my objectives before I've moved everything, and I also never remember to pick my Hive Fleet adaptation.
Tactics are for dudes.
I never remember Hive Fleet adaptation until it's the first time I go to shoot the turtles. Every time.
Yes. So your secondaries for today are no prisoners, which is actually pretty
I can do one!
You could do it! And then
Han, I got one!
and deploy teleport homer, which you looked at and went,
I could
can't
do it.
charge.
It was like, you can't charge out. I was like, can I just like forgo shooting and do it? And they were like, no, you can't charge either. And I was like, so you're telling the Templar person he can't charge. So I'm not doing that objective.
Naturally, so.
And there you go.
It's like telling a word bearer you can't summon a demon. It's
Wow!
like,
Why do you think I came all this way? You know? So that is the movement and command. We both have 2 CP now, so we can do a CP reroll.
Hey!
And we're going to go straight to shooting. Now, the shooting is... We're not going to show it all on camera because it's about 1 million bolt pistol shots. It's a slight exaggeration, but you get the idea.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to show this squad off on camera against this guy because he has Oath of Moment on him. And I might do this squad as well, but I'll see. I think
one bolter squad is plenty of
look him out, but Helbrecht's in that squad. He's got a funky rifle.
Does look cool though, like the angle of the Black Templars approaching Rotigus. That's cool. I like that.
We will purge you with bolter and blade. So
hit me.
First squad. Now I'm rolling these. Oh, 1 minute. I'm going to take one out because I think the sergeant has that free Inferno pistol. Okay. I'm going to roll these all at the same time because even though some are heavy pistols, some are regular bolt pistols, they're all strength 4 and you've got an invuln save. So roll them all at the same time.
Yep, actually.
So 19. So I can't throw a crack at you anymore.
19.
So, I don't think critical hits do anything for me right now. My anti-psyker only works in melee. So, we'll do that. It's nice hitting on 3s naturally. I've been playing a lot of armies hitting on 4s naturally, and it's tough.
Naturally, sir.
And we get a couple of conversions. And then we must wound you, sir.
You wound me, sir.
I wound you, indeed. So 3 so far, and then the biggest, dickest rerollers. Got a wife, you know.
Called Biggest.
Continental buttocks. 4 wounds.
4 wounds, sir.
I shall clear the tray.
You shall clear it, sir. For Nurgle, 5 ups. Oh, well, 1. There we go. 3 go through, but he does have a 6 up feel the pain granted from his other Legionis Demonica unit right over there.
I'm not allowing that.
Okay, well,
See?
it doesn't get allowed anyway, so he takes 3 wounds in total then.
Excellent. So we'll be back once I've done the rest of my shooting.
Yes, you will.
Gives you an idea, because that's the most effective bit.
Get on that 50!
Yeah, 50 cal pistol. Probably. To the viewers, they're not actually up there. They're below.
They're not, but they're cool.
Yeah,
oh, it does look cool up here, though. We're back at the end of Templar shooting and the start of your charge phase.
Indeed, sir.
Indubitably. Nurgle. End of Templar shooting phase, yes.
Lots of Dakar.
Lots of Dakar. Rotigus is on 16 wounds at the end of that. I did make a mistake. He actually has a 4 up invulnerable save instead of a 5 up invulnerable save.
But don't worry, we resolved it all off camera, and once we did all the shooting and checked all the footage, he ended up on he took 6 wounds in total.
I also noticed as well, Tim fired a bunch of Dakar into these 2 beasts over here. And he went, oh, okay, I've dealt 1 wound. I'm going to shoot Grimaldus into him now. His plasma pistol, wasn't it, or something? Yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, so... And I was like, do you even want to bother? And he goes, yeah, it's damage. And I went, they heal at the end of each phase? And Tim just went, end of each phase? And I went, yep. And he was like, oh, God.
Yeah, that's gnarly. Like, I feel like... Obviously, we haven't done the rest of the game yet. Mm-hmm. But my gut instinct is end of each phase is very powerful. Oh, yeah.
It used to, in 9th edition debuts, it used to be at the end of the turn, you had the grotesque rejuvenation.
I think.
Which would regrow all the wounds back, but now it's the end of each phase, and I can understand why they've limited it to units of 2 Beasts of Nurgle now, instead of the units of 3, but like still, Beasts of Nurgle are my favourite unit. Yeah.
We'll see, but I do...
I think you're going to chop them up in melee, personally.
No, my melee is about it's a bit better than my shooting, but I'm only winning on 6s. I might have to put you. I might need to do fervent acclamation to put myself in another. What do you call it?
Ooh, look at you with all your little words.
Fervent acclamation.
Right. Do you know where you're charging first?
Yes. Big boys into big boys.
Big boy. Well, little big into big.
Every champion is going to...
And you're within 5, so it'll be 4.
4-inch charge. Ho, baby.
Standards.
That'll do. That'll
there we go,
do.
Brilliant. So that's a 4-inch charge into
4-inch charge.
Now, where did you want to go next? These guys into the centre?
Yeah, that's a 4-inch charge as well.
Damn your eyes.
I am tempted to go... all onto Rotigus. He doesn't like heal his wounds back there, does he?
No.
I think end of the turn, he's back to full pin.
Me personally, I think this squad can easily finish him off with the anti-psyker for 4+.
4-pin one can be very
swingy, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go for the plague bears.
Yep.
Sweep you off the centre.
Just like delete them. Go for it.
There you go. Good job. I think it was a 7-inch charge here, and I would have failed that. So they're into there.
Yep.
Grimaldus is on a 7-inch charge. He's just within 8.
Into this big boy over here, I'm guessing?
Yes.
That is my warlord, by the way. That's centre one in the...
Do I get more points for killing that?
No, he's just cooler.
Nope.
Damn your eyes. Would you like a 2 CP reroll?
Nope, I would not. And then I'm going to...
Is it this squad into the beasts?
I don't know if they're going to...
Kill 1 beasts?
It's 100 attacks. But we're only on 6s. So even if every attack hit, I'd only get...
Did you not say that you could put something into a different...
I need the character to be in the squad to do further acclamation.
Okay.
Do you know what, Tom?
Interesting.
Accept any challenge, no matter the odds.
Yeah, but it protects.
No. Okay. These dice have rolled very badly. In the dice jail, there you go. There you are. I'm not redoing it. But...
dice jail.
So we made 2 charges.
That's all right.
That's all right.
I will use... this isn't a gotcha, by the way, because I did tell you. My Plague Toads essentially are going to use their free
You'll have to wait till I end up.
Yes,
Maybe I
will.
won't be in range.
Well, I mean, you have to go straight forward, and I'm guessing...
No, you don't know. You don't know me, son.
I don't know anymore. But yes,
right.
we'll be back after you've piled in, and then we'll be back with the attacks, I'm guessing.
Choppy.
Choppy chop. And we are back after the charge phase and the piling in phase and the pre-choppy phase. You've charged all of your Black Templars into my Plague Bearers, my Rotigus, etc. And my Plague Toads, unfortunately, they don't get the free...
Tom has done it again. He has made stratagems up. He has read them wrongly. Lambasted viewers, it's the Custody Spy Captain all over again.
In 9th edition, they got a free heroic intervention.
We're not in 9th edition now, my son. We're in 10th, baby.
But it's really...
This is
I
Vietnam!
will say, it has made me upset because it goes against all of their lore.
They just want to hug.
Just like, they just want to hug people, man. Like, come on.
Well,
but I did actually... I stuck to it and I
They
spent...
kept hugging people that didn't want it, and now they've had restraining orders taken out against them, and they're not allowed to go within range without spending the CP.
But I did spend a CP just to make them heroically intervene
Indeed.
over there because I am a man of my word, sir.
You are?
Man of my word, sir. My caddish word, yes.
Just to explain, people, we have done a bit of off-camera just to save a bit of time. We've done things slightly out of sequence. We've piled in already. Mm-hmm. So that's just because we knew Tom wasn't going to interrupt. So it's okay, dear viewers. If it looks like we've gone a bit further, don't worry. We've done it for your viewing pleasure.
Further beyond.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to start off with the blob, the anti-Roticus blob. Now he should be on 16 wounds.
Yes, he is on 16 wounds, yes.
Okay. Now I have 55 chainsword attacks. 4 rolls to hit, 4 rolls to wound, anti-psycho 4+, followed by the Emperor's Champion, followed by the Sword Brother.
Psychers are so shit this edition. Go for it, hit me, damn you! Damn your eyes!
Purge the witch! There we go.
Damn your eyes.
So
I'll be back in it.
Yeah, I'll be back in a
Yeah,
moment.
brilliant. So after all that rolling, you missed with...
This was the first 40, and I missed with
40.
7.
7, brilliant. So wound roll.
Here we go.
Me.
Oh shit! I missed the tray.
Oh no!
Not in the tray. Not flat. Okay, so these are 4-ups. So I'll pick all the 4-ups and do my re-rolls, and we're back with the final wounds from the first batch.
Jesus Christ.
Mordicam over here. In total, from the first 40, we dropped 5, 10, 15, 18. So 22 4-up saves from the first batch of attacks.
Nurgle. Damn your eyes. Right, so I'll pick out the fails right now. Because I have a 6-up feel on the pain, sir.
You do.
So that many pass there. Don't even know how that many is. Bloody hell, there's a lot of bloody attacks, Sarge.
6-up feel no pain.
6-up feel no pains.
2. So the total damage Roticus has taken is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reducing him down to 7 wounds.
But a mere scratch.
But a mere scratch.
But a mere scratch.
And we have more. More, I say.
More.
So what we'll do is it's another like 15 chainsaw attacks and the various power swords. Yep. So we'll do that off camera and we'll just come back with Tom's total wounds.
Total dead.
For the Emperor!
Dead.
Okay, dear viewers, we got a little bit excited off camera. We did the rest of the chainsword attacks and they were able to bring Roticus down to 2. Now the Sword Brother! Myrmidons, my brothers of the sword. He got 2 hits and 2 wounds. Tom, you have 2 4-up saves. Will the Sword Brother claim your head? Maybe. Maybe.
What's the damage on this?
Just 1. It's a power sword.
Everybody gets 1.
Nobody gets 1. No. Ah! The Emperor's Champion did not even need to strike. The Sword Brother.
My blade is not worthy for
yeah.
corpse.
I wish not to sully my blade upon this fetid mess.
Deadly to mine, though.
Oh, baby.
No.
Whoa,
Very
my
close.
days. So Roticus has been sent back to Nurgle in shame, his head laid low. Oh, my God. That was quite the blow, sir. Quite the blow. Now, I'm just going to be totally honest with the viewers right now. If I didn't have Oath of Moment, would not have even touched the sides. I'm going to be real with you. I was rolling very badly until the rerolls kicked in. Like, every time I rolled, I was actually missing or wounding with less than half my attacks, and then I re-rolled and it completely saved me. So I would say that Oath of Moment didn't like guarantee that I like killed this guy. It just allowed me to roll normally, and what killed Rotigus was the anti-psychic thing.
You almost got to your champion though, which is
almost got. I had him stacked up. 3
damage a pop, isn't it?
Yes, if he decides to strike for the heart. He can sweep or he can strike. Yeah, the Man Reaper, baby. We need to get. We haven't had the Man Reaper at 2,000 points yet, have we?
Which one?
The
Death Guard one.
My Death Guard army.
Yeah, but Death Guard are trash, so don't want to play.
I think I might use Death Guard next time.
Ugh.
I don't care if I lose. We'll do Death Guard v Votan.
Oh.
It's like
5 turns of who can get to the centre.
It's just and I don't. I'm gonna get in trouble here, but I'm quoting a film. It's like watching 2 retards trying to fuck a doorknob out there. That's from Dodgeball. So please, dear viewers, forgive my my language, but hopefully you appreciate it's rather an apt reference for describing the Votan versus Death Guard battle report. There we go. All right.
Let's get on to the Plague Bearers now.
We'll
After.
Can we just do them off camera?
Yes.
It's 1,000,000 attacks.
It's 1,000,000
If Rotigus couldn't survive, if Rotigus, forgive me, the crack-addled maniac couldn't survive the Black Templars, then I don't think the Plague Bearers are going to make it. But we'll see. So we'll do some rolling off camera, and we'll see if there are any Plague Bearers left standing.
Yes.
And once the righteous blades of the Emperor had finished rising and falling, hacking apart the corrupted flesh of the Nurgle demons.
Thrusting, slashing, coming.
I had to cut out so many cum-related jokes today. Tom is definitely... He's in a certain mood today, boys. He's in a certain mood.
Feel sorry for my wife.
Oh my god, he's been taking zinc. Anyway, moving on. So, after I tried to make an epic moment, the point is that I wiped out the Nurgle demons. I did spend my CP on fervent acclamation, and I went for the vow of sustained hits.
Nice.
Not entirely certain what it's called, but I shall call it the vow of sustained hits.
The vow of sustainius hitius.
Yes.
Yes. Why? Was that some sort of saint? Yes, he was called Sustainius Hitius.
It's an age-old wooden ship.
What do you mean you've never heard of Sustainius Hitius? He is brother to Lethal Hitius.
He was by the Emperor's side at the end.
Brother to Devastatius
Woundius. Oh my god.
And cousin to Critical
Hitius.
Critical Hitius, yes, that's his name, yes.
So, most people recited all of the Latin, the High Gothic versions of the Universe Special Rules. I tore them apart. It was good. Yeah, I have to say the Templars do feel powerful, and what I have to say is about the vowels seem really good. When I keep seeing on the Meta Monday, the Templars being consistently higher than regular Marines, I'm like, why is that? It's because when you're facing a horde, sustained hits. When you're facing vehicles, lethal hits. When you're facing psychers, you automatically win. When you're facing a gun line like Tau,
there's 10,000 of them.
Yeah,
normal Marines is 1,000.
Exactly. When you're facing like a gun line where you just need to get across the board, you feel no pains, and also Gamalas can feel no pain. So yeah, I am liking Templars, and what I really like about them is if there's like, oh, I can't pick between 2 vowels. It's like, well, that's okay because I've got a CP, I've got a stratagem that allows me to do an extra vow on another unit. So actually, I can't have it army-wide, but where I need it, once per turn, I can have the exact vow that I need. So it's really good.
I also killed a few of your Marines, sir.
You did?
Toady boys.
You hugged them to death.
Yes.
They were like the rabbits, and you are Lenny.
Yes.
And you hugged them all to death.
And they embraced the power of Devastatius Woundius.
They did, indeed. And one neophyte was splatted, and then 2 more neophytes I just didn't make any saves.
Do you know, have you ever seen that? What I'd like to imagine is the neophytes were like the scene from Shrek. 2 at the end, you know, and he's like about to crowd surf, and then the crowd and he's just a dog like Shrek.
Oh no! Yeah, that is basically what happened. That is basically what happened. So at the end of the Templar turn, we wiped out unit Plague Bearers, and we wiped out a unit of Rotigus.
A unit of rot.
One Rotigus.
A unit of rot.
A unit of rot. Yes. Now, that obviously looks like quite a good turn for the Templars, but bear in mind that I am in the position for one hell of a counter charge, and my Emperor's Champion and my Helbrecht are very much in the firing line, and there are 2 big boys here, and there is a big boy and some more toads here. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the counter push, I end up losing a lot of Marines.
So no, the weapons are pretty shit. Well, that's Nurgle.
That's Nurgle, baby.
Hey.
We'll see.
I'm happy. Let's go. Go.
All right. He's pumped. He's pumped. All right. It's time for Nurgle turn 2. I'm sorry to all the users that are wearing earphones.
Nurgle turn 2, yes. We arrive at the end of Nurgle turn 2 movement phase, and as you can see, my big beasties in the centre have moved towards these these clean Black Templar boys, yes. Yes, so the plan for these guys is to shoot their little flamer attacks into this unit here, and then obviously charge into the squad and hopefully deal some damage. Over on this flank, I've also moved my Beasts of Nurgle from back here to over here, and they're either going to charge this unit here, or they're going to charge that unit there, to see which one needs more help at the end of the day. As well as me and Tim spoke off camera, and he agreed to let me use my heroic intervene stratagem and just push this guy to the back so that I can move my big dude forward and charge into them, and also, yeah, see if I can kill some of those guys right there. And that is the main portion of Nurgle movement phase. However, I have also brought out my Plague Bearers. Don't ask me why. I don't know why I've done it, but I was just planning on either letting them sit there, because let's face it, they're going to be dead next turn anyway. If I didn't move out behind that wall, I mean, it might reduce some shooting, but I might as well charge into here, maybe see if I can get some extra damage off as well, and then maybe this unit over here with my bell can fight last, so that if he kills anything, he brings some Plague Bearers back over here. If Tim wants to interrupt me at all. The Beasts of Nurgle over here, I just moved there 6 inches forward, and they're going to charge into either this unit or this unit over here, depending on how I'm feeling. The game plan for me is to just try and, well, at the end of the day, it's just to try and have a bit of fun, but my objectives are still the same. That is the behind enemy lines and deploy teleport homers. I can't do either of them yet, as it would mean I'd sacrifice charging, sacrifice my charging and shooting, which I don't have the models to do that yet. And it also means that I can't do behind enemy lines yet, obviously, because I'm not in the deployment zone. So I'm hoping that either these beasts over here or these guys over here will be able to get into this deployment zone, which will also allow me to bring my Nurglings down at some point during the next turn. Because I did forget to mention that in my turn 1. My Nurglings are in deep strike. And
cheating again?
Yes, I'm cheating.
I'm back again.
Yeah, we're back.
I was downstairs feeding the cat.
He was downstairs feeding the cat, so I was running for my movement.
Extra 3 or 4 inches?
Oh, yes, naturally, sir. Naturally. I've cheated you, sir. I've actually took your models off, if you can't tell. But yeah, that is the end of my...
I'm now furiously checking. You got the same 2 as last time?
I didn't pick any because you don't redraw them until you've done them.
Oh dear.
Yes. And I haven't spent my CP either. So yes, that is the end of my movement turn 2. Yes, it's very interesting. I don't even score any for the primary, the ritual, as I don't control any in No Man's Land.
Where are they again? There's one there, one there, and...
Oh, actually, sorry, I do control one, so I will get... Oh, no, I didn't control it at the start.
Beginning of the point.
No, God! Cheat again! But yes...
One minute. Just, obviously, as you are now embracing your cheatingness.
Oh yes, he's going to grab something.
It's only appropriate.
Yes, my real Titan.
Brutal efficiency.
My real Titan. My great Tower Clean one. Yes.
Great Tower Clean one. There's that picture of the tower getting absolutely mashed by Typhus and his boys. I think it's in the Tower Codex as well, which is brilliant. Yeah. Anyway,
that is the end of my turn 1 movement. I'll do my shooting off camera because it's just... Yes, turn 2 movement, sorry. I'll do my shooting off camera because it's just a couple of flamers. And then we'll be back at the main event, which will be the charge phase for Nurgle. Yes. So, at the end of Nurgle shooting phase, after I'd flailed and vomited on you...
It's more of a vomit phase.
Yes, vomit and flail phase. Yeah. I flailed about.
If someone vomits on you, you are going to flail around. Yeah, like, it's in my eyes, it's in my face!
But yeah, I ended up killing, 3.5 dudes out of this squad?
3.5 dudes.
3.5 men. Nice.
Men.
My eyes!
I'm by winning. You can't handle this.
But yes, so going on to my charge phase then. Make it dead simple. Great Unclean One over yonder is going to charge into...
Did you explain that you cheated here, by the way?
Yes, I did actually. Yes. I actually said it. Oh yes, it was a gentleman's agreement, and then you just told me I'm cheating. Brilliant. So,
I knifed you so I can then turn it against you later.
Naturally. Great Unclean One's going to charge this squad right here. And there you go. Gets a 10, so he's definitely in. And then these two are going to charge that big
boys. Dirty boy.
There. So the first one, definitely in. Second one, definitely in anyway. Cause it's only 2.
I think you'll find, Tom, that you have to... I keep knocking this guy. You're going to have to go up and over the... No, I'm joking.
Naturally, sir. And then the Plague Toads over here are going to charge into the centre as well.
Going to cut off Helbrecht's head.
5. Do you think that does it?
Yeah, just hop over it.
Brilliant. Yes, they do have the beast keyword, so they do go through like ruins and stuff like that, so it's alright.
There you go.
Right, so that is the centre.
Big tongue's coming to get me.
That is the centre all clashing and the sides clashing a bit more. And then over here, I'm going to charge my beasts into this lone 20-man unit over here.
Lone 20-man.
Lone 20-man. Sorry, I keep rolling
just
off
about.
There we go, 5 inches. There we go. Just about. I think you'll find they're perfectly in there.
Plague Bear's going to come at me?
They're just going to chill because
he is afraid.
Well, I explained this on camera. If you were here, if you dared be here,
I was feeding the cats, man.
I was just moving them because I might as well. Because if I'd yeah. So, but yeah, do you know what? They are going to charge because I'm a man of conviction. So 4, 5, 6, 7.
Defo.
7.
Oh look, what we found earlier. This is on 6, and you're in. So there you go.
Brilliant. Right.
Come to me.
Come to me. Bring in the demons.
CP, I think I'm on 2. And are you on 2?
I am on 2. Yes.
Both on 2.
Yes, brilliant.
I've got a CP re-roll in the bag.
Re-rolled in the bag, baby. And I guess that is the end of the charge phase. We'll be back in the choppy chops, in the chip chops. Yes.
MordiCam here. I am filling in for Tom. Filling in on my own channel whilst he will be rolling the dice.
Well, I fill you in all the time. So.
You do. One of the... If you want to be in Mordian Glory, you got to be in Mordian Glory. There you go.
Right, start off with, I'm going with my Warlord in the centre with his Bile Blade. No, it's not the Bile Blade. The Bile Sword.
That's pretty close.
Pretty close, yes. Yeah. I'm going to go with the sweep option. So this is 12 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 6, AP -1, 1 damage. And I forgot to say as well, at the end of my movement phase, I'm reducing that unit's toughness by 1 again.
Well, I'm going to spend a CP.
Transhuman.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't think I've got it. Because I'm Templars.
Damn.
I'm in a Crusader Force.
Damn your eyes.
But I'm going to go for the Armour of Contempt.
The Contemptus of Armour.
This means that you are 1 less AP.
Oh, so I'm AP 0. Well, I've got lethal hits, so suck on that.
Okay.
1.
Everything else. 1 miss, and then everything hit.
You horse upon a knave, sir.
And then you're wounding me on 2s?
Yes, I'm wounding you on 2s, sir.
Did you make me 1 less toughness?
I did, sir.
Okay.
So that is the wounds right there.
That's 1 as well. That was your lethal hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 9 wounds. Alright, I'm going to use these dice and I'm going to roll left-handed. All of my superstitions are screaming at me right now. Let's see if it pays off. I'm on a 3-up save. I'm going to take some power armor blokes first. It's okay.
You cad.
2 die and a half because one guy was already injured.
Brilliant.
There you go. So this man is going to die.
Do you want to interrupt me anywhere?
I can't. I just spent a CP. This one's going to die and I'm
You
going to...
have 2 CP though.
I just spent one.
Isn't it 1 to...
I spent one for Armor Contempt. So now I'm on 1 CP.
I thought it was 1 for a Heroic Intervention.
Interrupt?
Yes.
I've always assumed it's a 2. Well, we just double checked and it is indeed 2 CP for the counter-offensive, the winter contingency. So I can't interrupt.
No.
I wasn't going to anyway,
No.
but no, I can't.
You can't. Yes,
Would you like to continue? You've done
yes, I'm going to go
one
with
big boy.
Big Bell.
Big Bell boys
It's
first.
called a Big Bell.
What's it do?
It's 6 attacks, hits on 2, strength 7, AP -1, 2 damage each. Lethal hits and reverberating summons. So if I Plague Bearer unit there didn't die last turn, I could have resummoned some dudes.
Yeah, but you did.
But yeah, it didn't die. Hits on 2s.
A miss.
1 miss, 1 lethal hit as well.
Thank you, sir.
Naturally, sir. And I'm wounded on 2s as well. Damn, you're right.
Okay, so
4 wounds, AP 1,
dash.
2 damage.
AP dash now.
Dash yourself, sir.
Yeah. So I'm going to take this first one on a power armor guy and take it on him. I'm doing this because I want to switch over to neophytes afterwards. So he dies and then a neophyte passes.
Nice. And then I've got the Bile Blade, which is extra attacks free.
I'll
Hits
say
on
that
2
guy.
plus, strength 6, AP -2, 2 damage. Wow, the Bile Blade's actually really nice.
Do you get to attack both?
Yes, it's extra attacks.
Okay. Double checking with you.
There you go, so that's 2 lethal hits.
Oh dear.
Wounds on a 2, that's 3 wounds, sir. AP 2, so it goes down to AP 1.
1. So I've got to keep taking this on neophyte. So the first one, dead. Second one, dead. Third one, pass.
Nice.
So 2 neophytes are going to meet the Emperor. It can be these 2. There you are.
Oh dear.
That's the 2 big boys?
2 big boys.
Wow. I expected more.
Yeah, I did say so.
Armor Contempt kind of cooked you a bit.
They're there to live. They're not there to deal damage.
Shame if someone brings along anti-psych
It's
at
always-
4 plus, isn't it?
It's always the thing with Nurgle, though, is you want them to be tanky, but you don't want them to deal damage. But how do you balance that in a 40k game?
In my opinion, anti shouldn't be a thing.
well,
the whole-
I'm anti.
I'm anti-anti. Yeah, I don't think anti should be a thing. The problem with anti is it's always going to be cropping up at the time to completely screw over someone's rule. So if you're like anti-infantry and you face off against someone who's got loads of infantry, you just defeat the whole point of them trying to do that skew list of them trying to I don't have any anti-tank and my own firepower's not that great, but I got bodies. Oh, you just hard count me.
Yeah.
It's always going to create a negative game experience. This is a term that I don't know if I've stolen it from someone, it's a term I keep using. Yeah. And a game should always be designed with as few of those as possible. So gotcha's negative game experience. Not playing as intended, negative game experience. Having rules like anti, which are too black and white, is going to lead to a negative game experience. For 10th edition is great, but there are a couple of points where I think they need.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right, well my Beasts of Nurgle, my Plague Toads are going to go next, and that's 12 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounded on 2s, but devastating wounds.
Okay.
Oh,
that seems okay.
That's
just over half.
Nice. Wound, yeah. Okay,
so
that's
1 dies.
Devastating wound. And that, that was a 2. And that is 5 regular saves, AP2, 2 damage on these.
So AP2 becomes AP1. I have 5 power armor blokes, so I will take it on there. And 2 of them die.
Nice. By God.
There you are. So not a bad shot. I'm not sure how many you killed in total, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left. So you killed 11 Marines.
I did. Should we do the rest of my fighting off camera?
Yeah, it's the same again, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it's
same
Big Boy
again,
and Toad. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, we'll do the rest off camera and we'll be back with the final results.
Yes.
End of Nurgle Choppy turn 2.
Chip chop.
It was an interesting turn.
It was.
There's some back and forth.
It was a lot, and then me also go to you. Don't bother rolling that to him, it's fine.
Don't bother rolling the rest of the attacks on the beast and Nurgle. Shall we take them through what happened?
Yeah, let's go.
So in the centre, you obviously the viewers saw you swinging at me, and then I swung back at you.
You did.
And I went, yeah, Tom, I've done 5 wounds to you. And you were like, how have you only done 5? And I was like, winning on 6s. And you were like, no, he's a psyker. And it's like, oh, so we redid it, and I got 19 wounds.
There we go.
Slight improvement. Slight improvement. 19 wounds, but between your 4-up invulnerable saves being alright and the fact that you stopped most of the damage that Hellbrecht did against you, you ended up, and you feel no pain, you ended up taking 7 wounds.
Yeah.
That's
It's
alright.
really funny because
Not bad.
5 wounds. I was like, has he wounded on 4s or is he?
I had not, in fact, wounded on 4s.
I was like, why is he just fishing out 6s?
Yeah. Bad times.
If I was at a tournament, people would have
Said.
told me to not tell you anything.
I wouldn't. Yeah. And when you have those realizations when you're playing not at a tournament, you're like, yeah, like it's just play like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Better lose with honor. I'm now fully convinced. Even if it costs me the game, I'm now fully convinced. Every week we play, we're always because we use a lot of different armies, and it's just there's so many rules in 40k. Better lose with honor than win with infamy.
Strength and honor.
Exactly. Duty and honor. 2 words that used to be printed on the side of every guard codex.
Nice.
There you go.
Very good.
In other news, I killed one!
You got one!
Yes! It was only thanks to the Emperor's Champion just being like, eat this! And just going absolute Super Saiyan on the Toad. And did like
the rest of the dudes were useless.
Yeah, he did like 6 wounds through, but then everyone else was like fishing for wounds, trying to get with them. Finally, I managed to just about get one through. And then he exploded. He turned inside out.
He did.
Then exploded.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
And did 1 wound to this big guy. And killed my injured man. There's a gap there, but anyway. And then over here, you should have killed a guy. And then I went, oh yeah, feel no pain on the Templars. And then you didn't kill a guy. And then the Templars turned around and were like, my turn. And butchered 6.5 plague bearers.
Yeah, I was very surprised, to be honest. Was it 6.5? Oh, my bad. There's 1 dude still remaining. By God, sir.
No, you are a fool, sir. Now there's only 3 left. Oh no, you are right.
4.
Oh yes, you are right. You are right.
I was a coward, I'm a fool.
Yes.
But I wasn't surprised by that. I was actually surprised you didn't wipe out the unit. But you were like, no, I can only fight the first 2 ranks. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Big units don't necessarily get you more attacks because people at the back can't fight, but it means that as both sides lose, your number of attacks stays the same and the enemy starts going down. Yeah.
And I think we killed 2 units over here,
You killed 2 or 3 Marines over here, and in return, I got really, really good amount of hits. Really good. And then rolled almost no wounds, at which point me and Tom were like, there's literally no point in rolling these saves because you can't kill one. So the problem I have, and I've sort of said this before about the whole negative game experience, I do like the Beast of Nurgle rule because when you do kill one, it's like, hooray! And you feel like you've achieved something, which is good. But then you have an incident where the game is literally encouraging you not to play it. Yeah. Don't bother rolling those dice. It can't do anything. So I am undecided on how I feel about it.
I also like the fact that it removes a bit of dice rolling from a game which is already overloaded with dice rolling. True.
Well,
I do agree with you. It's like a bit. It's shit when I have to go. I pat you on the back and go, don't bother. Don't bother.
Yeah, indeed. But that is the end of
Nurgle turn 2. I don't score any points again.
Still,
because I can't. I need to be either in the centre of the board, which I'm in combat in the centre of the board.
Yeah.
Or I need to be in your deployment zone, and I'm trying, sir. I'm trying.
Yeah.
But I've not got any points yet. This is This is.
We are laughing. We are laughing. I wonder, going into Templar turn 2, I don't know what the OC of these big boys is.
5, I do believe.
Okay, so I probably hold this objective.
Yep.
I probably hold this objective.
Yep.
But where's the last one?
Right over yonder.
Okay, I definitely don't control that one. So I will control 2 points.
2 points.
So you're on 0 points, and I will be going into my turn to 14.
Nice.
Nice. Is this going to be a game where the only score Tom gets is painting?
Well, we'll have to find out.
Oh, God!
You know what? That would be actually quite an achievement to go for a whole game and not score a single point.
This is what now he's going to aim for that, viewers.
Do you know what? I'm like, maybe I go for a world record.
Just like quickly starts like scraping the basing off his models. It's like, not bad already. 0 points, baby.
There's no wash on these guys.
Oh. Well, I guess we'll have to find out how the Templars do going into their turn 2. Purge them! All right then, Templar movement turn 2 was very simple because 80% of my army is tied up in combat. So these guys, we just piled in. We should have done some piling consolidates off camera last turn, so we just sort of caught up on that. Few people managed to start breaking through the lines, but yeah, that was essentially it. The only significant bit of movement was the big 20-man shooty blob moving forward, stringing out so they can get some shots onto this big boy, because you can shoot into combat with monsters now. It's a nice one to hit, but you can do it. And I made this big boy the target of Oath of Moment. So I'm hoping between a few cheeky bolt rounds and also the attacks in combat here that we should be able to bring it down. I gain a command point as well. And in terms of my objectives, my orders, I've still got deployed teleport Homer from last turn, which I can actually achieve. Little sneaky bee thing here for you viewers. Even if you're in combat, if you have pistols, you can do actions, because the action says if you're eligible to shoot, and if you do so, you can't shoot or charge, but you can still fight. So what you do is, instead of like blazing away the pistols, you're like, put those away, just quickly investigate a signal, deploy the teleport Homer.
Grab your sword.
Exactly. So these guys won't be shooting, but they'll still get to fight and have a great time. A few pistols weren't going to do anything anyway. So they're going to deploy teleport Homer. And my other objective was investigate signals, which I can also do, because I'm not going to investigate signals here, but I can do it here because they've got pistols, so they're able to shoot. And I can investigate signals over here. And I'm definitely going to do it here because I'm not going to kill a beast of Nurgle with pistols.
Must be nice being able to score objectives.
It is. It feels nice, I have to say. So that is the plan. We're going to investigate some signals and we're going to deploy teleport Homer. It's not going to be a big score. I have to say, I'm sort of sitting here feeling very smug with some points, but it's a handful. It's a handful of points. It's just a handful is more than none. That's the situation.
As I always say to my missus, as long as you've got a handful,
that's it. That's it. Exactly. All right. So we'll do the Templar shooting off camera. We saw what the pistols and bolters were like last turn. There's no point in me rolling all of that. So summary of shooting, and then we'll get some interesting choppy. We'll probably do Grimaldus' unit and this unit here on camera. And then that'll be the Templar turn. Quick turnaround. So we're back in just a moment.
It is remarkably strange going from shooting. Like, shooting seems to be extremely long compared to fighting.
It is a different game going from playing never-ending respawning Nids and never-ending spawning guard, and never-ending respawning guard versus never-ending shooting Tau, to no movement, no shooting, just combat.
It reminds me of the Custodians of Black Templar Battle Report by turn 3, where it's like, how about you?
Yeah, 3-turn battle report. Boom, done. All right, so we'll be back with the summary of the Templar shooting. Black Templar turn 2, and we're going to start off with a key. Hey, Loki, how you doing? He's keeping us company. He's been a very good boy. You been a good boy? Yeah, you are. Your smelliness is directly linked to your cuteness, and you are very, very cute. There we go. All right, but on to the actual stuff. The Templar shooting resulted in this big boy going down to 7 wounds. As you can see there, 7 wounds. It was quite a lot of bolt fire. Oath of the moment did its thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was winning on 6s and I just got 10 6s after all the rerolls.
Yep.
And then over here,
Plagues.
the Plague Bearers it was like, break yourself, fool! And just blew half of them away. So there's only 2
the
left.
oil that they sprayed on before.
Yeah, just like, sold the snail! Sold the snail! But yeah, so that was my shooting. These guys didn't shoot, they investigated signals. These guys didn't shoot, they investigated signals. So that got me a total of 7. And then these guys who didn't shoot, they checked out the teleporter Homer. So that got me 7 secondary victory points.
That must be nice.
It is nice. Scoring points. I think it's something you meant to do in this game.
I think so. I've not been able to do it. I can't even refresh my secondaries.
You're gonna spend 2 CP to
I'm
do
gonna
it.
have to next
Yeah.
time. And then
If
I'll
you
bring it down. I'll be like,
If you pull,
yeah,
bring it down.
Does it count for myself?
Oh my god. Well, speaking of bring it down, shall we go into the charge phase?
Oh yes.
Done.
Actually.
Shall we go into the fight phase?
Yes.
You actually get to fight first.
I do. I don't know what with yet. Oh
my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So you get to pick one unit to fight first. Have you had a little think where you want to do it? I assume it was in the centre.
Yeah, I'll fight with the big bongy dude
Okay.
first.
I'm not going to... Hope this isn't a gotcha, but I will spend a CP
Yep.
so that I can fight on death.
Oh, that's fine, yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
So, hitting on 2s.
And I'll spend another CP for Armor Contempt.
Okay.
So I'm on 1 CP.
1 lethal hit right there. And then this will be wounding you on... I'm going to say freeze, because I don't think the toughness reduction will carry on over to your turn.
Okay.
Oh dear, there we go. Oh, damn it, why am I nice?
Would you want to double check?
No, it's perfectly fine. That is 2 wounds.
AP 0.
2.
So AP 1. I'm okay.
There we go. And then the 3 extra attacks.
Oh,
from
I'm going to declare it now on camera. Those neophytes are catching bullets.
Okay, nice. Neophytes, not neophytes, the Bioblade.
Just bite
1 lethal hit. And then 1 wound, 2 more wounds, AP 2, 2 damage.
1 neophyte goes down.
Nice. Ah, yes, he's worth his 300 points.
No, I'll actually I should probably do fervent acclamation. I'll spend my last CP and I'll do it on this unit still, and I'll go for sustained.
Very good. Are you gonna?
Actually, is there any point? Yeah, I'll do it. I want to guarantee. Yeah. I want to guarantee it. Yeah, there you go.
And then it's over to you to fight me, sir.
Well, you went with Big Boy first, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think even though it's a little bit foolish, I don't want to lose any more, so I'm going to fight here first. I think here will resolve itself. Here, no one's going to kill each other. And here, it's kind of just a holding action for me, in all fairness. Yeah. Whereas
you can always come back at the end of your fight phase.
I'll do this fight. We'll do the central fight, all involved on camera, everything else off camera.
Yeah. No.
So we'll go for the Sword Brother first with his power sword.
Sword Brother.
With the reroll because of Oath. No, but a sustained hit goes in because of Fervent Acclamation, letting me pick the Vow of Sustainius Hitius.
4s?
1, yeah, remember this time. 1, 2. 2 wounds. 5, 4 vulnerable save. Nope. 6 up feel no pain.
Damage? Just 1?
Just 1, it's a power sword.
Oh, damn.
No.
So it's down to 5 wounds.
Okay. We're going to see if Helbrecht can do it.
Helbrecht.
Give him the honour. So Helbrecht's going to go for his attacks here.
Well, he has put sanitizer on his sword, so...
Yeah, Purell.
Yeah.
The holy oils, the sanctified oils. I want to be clean. I just want to be clean.
It's like sticking a COVID test down the Great Thing.
Oh, my days. 3 wounds, sir.
3 wounds.
2 are going to go through.
Damage?
6. So you need to make 2 6-ups here, or Helbrecht will claim your head. No! The Emperor protects. The foul beast has been slain. But will it explode? No. You don't explode. Helbrecht takes the sword of the High Marshals and he just cleaves your head off. And you as the huge body of the Great and Clean One falls backwards, going, yes. It disappears into the warp, and all that's left is
explode. So he it doesn't inflate. What's the you deflate's going? There we go.
And all that's left is a when he goes back to Nurgle's garden. There we go. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that Helbrecht match, like Helbrecht and the Sword Brother, like in like paired fighting styles, like yeah. I like that. How about you,
One
sir?
COVID booster, 2 COVID booster.
How about you, sir? How about you? So that's that. Do you want to do your big boy here against me?
Yep. I'm just gonna go for the sweeping strike. Look at him.
So what did I spend my CP on? I went for Armor of Contempt. I spent.
Yes.
Was that all? I spent 3 CP though.
So this is the sweeping strike. So it's hitting on 2s. Strength 6.
Oh,
so
fight on death.
Oh yes, it was. I didn't kill.
Did you
Oh,
kill?
no, I killed 1 neophyte.
Okay.
Brilliant.
But all my attacks would have gone into him, so it's fine. So fight on death was a waste of time.
Okay.
I think I over-egged the pudding there. I'm still kind of getting used to the damage output of these guys and stuff.
So that's 9 wounds from my bile sword that goes through AP dash because of your armor and contempt and 1 damage each.
Okay, so I have a question here, and I don't know. I actually don't know the rules because I'm not a combat guy.
I'm not a combat.
The neophytes and stuff didn't actually swing.
Yeah, they fight last. Well, as in they go last.
But they did. I did allocate all my attacks against them.
I'll allow it to go into that guy if you want.
It's your call. I genuinely don't know how it works.
No. I'd let you go into the big dude.
Okay, that's fair. I thought viewers, as always, let us know down in the comment section. So these are the AP dash, and like I said, neophytes will be catching bullets. I should have really had this on power armor, but it's too late. So 5 neophytes will die. Okay, well I've got 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3 neophytes will die. And we'll say that was those 3. And then we'll say 1 power armor guy passes, 1 power armor guy fails. That's the fairest way of doing it. Oh no, he fell over.
Oh, my shoulder.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll just pop him back in there. So that will be 4 guys that will get to fight you back.
Nice.
Okay. So 5... 10, 15. I feel this is wrong. I think this is wrong.
Well, have you already fought with them?
Yeah.
If you already fought with them, then no. I'm saying
They
the one that died in the last attack. So just that 1 neophyte.
Oh, that 1 neophyte.
Yes,
okay.
Okay. That's what I said.
I was like, give me all the hits.
He's trying to get in my ass.
But I would have put his attacks over here.
That's fine then.
Yeah, it Tom, it feels wrong. I feel dirty. I feel without honor.
You are.
I don't like it. No, I'm not rolling them. I'm not doing it. It doesn't feel right. And even if it is technically right, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
It feels, I'm fighting with honor, sir.
Very good.
I'm a Templar, sir.
Yes, sir.
Damn your eyes, Tom. Damn your eyes. So that's the central fight done then.
Yes.
Somehow, this 1 block of Templars is just holding on. Now, if only I could regenerate the mid-turn. Just bring a the Turvigon on. Just be like, yeah.
It's Tony.
Terry.
Tony.
Tony is the Trigon. Tyrone was the Tyrannofex.
I don't care. They're all bugs to me.
Got Eddie the Exocrine coming soon.
Eddie the Exocrine. No, it's got to be a good for T.
Teddy the Exocrine.
Teddy the Exocrine, yeah.
With a silent T. So it's Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie the Exocrine. All right. Let's get back on topic. We'll be back at the end of the Templar Choppy. And once again, the righteous blades of the Emperor purged the foe. Over here, the Emperor's champion continued to go absolutely ape, and he basically chopped apart a toad single-handedly with the Sword Brother coming in and finishing it off. Nice. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm so glad those fucking frogs are dead.
What do you mean? We're British. We always say that.
That's true. Oh, that's true. Of course. Over here, there's a bit of back and forth with the remaining sort of 5 Crusaders standing firm. And this guy did pretty well. He actually got 12 hits, 12 wounds. Yeah. And then I passed 6 armor saves.
Naturally.
And I lost 3 guys because it's only 1 damage each. So I was really scared about the 12 wounds. I thought, the squad's just going to get obliterated. And then
the one thing that
3 neophytes died.
Laugh about the the sweep strike and stuff with the Great Unclean ones is I would have thought the sweep would be 2 damage, and the greater sweep would be D6 plus 1 or something like that. Whereas it's just D6. Whereas they kind of removed.
Interesting. You see, my sweep and strike is 1 damage or 3 damage.
So there's a lot of variation through the game, isn't there?
Yeah, and there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. But anyway, I mean, yours realistically should be 2 and 4, and mine should be 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Over here, the Templars rather easily tore apart the final 2 Plague Bearers.
Yeah, there's only 2 left.
I need to just consolidate onto the jet, but I can do that off camera. And over here, a couple more Marines were cut down, and I did 6 wounds, and Tom didn't even bother rolling his saves.
I just flipped you off.
Didn't even bother rolling his saves. Honestly, the difference between having like a character leading the unit and then just having a block on its own. If we had an infinite amount of time, this unit would probably end up killing this unit. But as it is, in the course of 5 turns, I expect this just to be, I lose about half my squad and you don't lose anyone. Maybe you lose 1 in a lucky
The funny
spike,
thing with the beasts is everybody in the Nurgle army has lethal hits except the beasts. The beasts only have devastating wounds.
Weird.
So I'm thinking maybe they should get lethal hits as well if they want to improve the killing of them. But I think they're just there to be durable.
They're just meat walls.
Yeah. They're just walls of meat.
The wall of war down there. But that is my turn.
Yeah.
So I scored some secondaries. I've got some points, and that is it. So we'll be going over to Nurgle turn 3 in just a moment. As we enter this midpoint, 2 of the big boys have died.
Yep.
Both squads of Plague Bears have died, and 1 of the Plague Toad squads have died. So, there's quite a lot of Marines have died as well. If you look, we've probably lost about 40 guys. So, I've taken about 40% casualties. Maybe you're on about 50%.
Oh yeah.
It's relatively close in terms of killing power and
Yeah,
stuff. It's just
points,
the objectives, which should have picked those fixed objectives.
Oh, honestly.
Anyway, we shall be back with Nurgle turn 3. Nurgle turn 3. Movement.
I moved my toads, and that was it. I also
Brilliant.
dropped down my Nurglings. Yay!
Hey!
Yeah.
Because the nasty man, Mr. Mordian, was like, no, we have no deep striking back here.
No.
I'm sorry, guys, I just can't turn it off. I'm a guard player. I just can't allow deep striking. That's just, I've been doing it for years. I can't allow anything in my back area. I can't do it.
You can't let anything in his rear.
I cannot, sir. I cannot. Innuendo, indeed. But it's just a natural habit just to be like, take a block of infantry, screen off. This is 1 squad, and my entire deployment zone has been safe the entire game. So there we go. But yeah, so movement was Nurglings came down, Toads ribbit forward.
Yep.
And that was it.
Yeah, they're gonna try and lick Hellbreath.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I'm on 1 CP now because I sort of spunked them all last turn a bit furiously.
Speaking of,
are you on 3 CP?
No, I spent 2.
You're on 1 CP?
Yes, to get a new secondary.
Oh, did you?
Yes. What secondary was that?
Oh, it was capture enemy outpost. Where's the enemy outpost, Tom?
It's right over there.
Oh God.
I took my arms and threw it over there. It's right over in the enemy deployment zone.
It wasn't bring it down, but it wasn't any bear.
This is my personal record. Turn 3, still le pois.
Le pois. Oh no.
And I'm just like,
the line has ended.
It's funny as fuck, but I didn't expect this from this game. I was like,
No.
I'll get like some points.
You've been fighting over the mid board the entire game, and like you've been with. There's been no one has dominated. We added the number of points killed, models killed. Like I've lost about 40%, 35-40%. Tom's lost about just under 50%. Of like his points. Obviously, it's only Plague Bears that have really died. So in terms of like us killing each other, it's equals equals. In terms of board control, it's equals equals. In terms of points scored, Tom has 0. It's like
do you know what it is? It's the mission rule of Vox static, making everything 2 CP. Because if I hadn't, I would have been like, okay, I would have got rid of deploy time.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And also, the other reason why I'm getting 0 this turn is because you kindly.
This is bad. This is so bad. So, deploy teleporter Homer. Do an action in the center of the board, right? Got some free toads. They can do actions, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Do they have any guns?
They do not.
Do they have any ranged attacks at all?
They do not.
So, can they deploy teleport Homers?
No, they cannot. Because
It's
the way it's
so
worded,
dumb.
they would have to be eligible to shoot, and they're not because they don't have any ranged weapons. So I get nothing. You get nothing, sir.
It's crazy. So anything that's purely combat focused can't do actions.
So there's another point to why Temp is like super shooty focused. Like,
I think they had a really good
I thought it
action
was
system in 9th, and I think it's crazy.
I think they tried to fix the wheel with actions
Yeah.
in Temp, and they've just broke it.
Yeah.
What about a square wheel? It's like, no.
Oh my days. I mean, so you can't even do actions with your toads, man.
That is my movement.
Yeah.
I can't shoot anything.
So it's combat.
So it's combat, but I do need to see if my toads and my Nurgle can charge Helbrecht.
Do you want to do it now?
I will. Do it now!
Deploy the roving dice tray.
Oh,
Those
please.
they're in dice jail.
No, they're not.
You taking them
Not
out?
for me.
Okay, who's...
Toads into the men.
Well,
They're in.
they're in. But what was it, like a 9-inch charge, or did you...
No, it's just under a 7 because I managed to deploy it in my deploy zone.
Okay.
I believe so.
Just say it's a 6-inch charge. It's fine.
I'm going to say it's a 7 because it looks a bit longer to me. So
Okay.
there we go.
I told you they were in dice jail, man.
I can't even see.
You can't even see me re-roll it because
It's
of Vox
fine.
static. I don't put them back in the dice jail.
If it came down to some...
Don't believe it. It's not a 6. It never rolls that. They're in dice jail.
Passing say is not under attack.
There you are.
There we go.
I can't believe you used... I did warn you. Everyone in chat, everyone in comment section, you saw me say, don't roll those dice, Tom. They were in dice jail.
I needed to. It was the force. Right, well, I tell you what, I'll start out with the toads, and I guess...
Just keep going.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Big turn. We'll get the toads on, and one of the big toads on, one of the big my fight back, and then one of the big boys, and then should be nice, shouldn't it?
I will say, I do really love the toads.
Oh yeah, by far the best bit. Definitely the best bit. So this is for the viewers, them licking them. Okay.
Yeah. Please. Oh, okay, good deed. That's a really good roll for the toads.
There's a lot of 4s.
It's a lot of 4s, which means maybe a lot of...
I will spend my CP on...
Armour of Contempt.
I think they're dead anyway, so I'm going to spend it on Fight on Death.
Nice. Oh, only one. Only one. He would have designated them to be -1 to...
Well, you didn't know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
But you didn't. There we go.
Whacker Tim, Toxic Tim is in the house.
So that's 2 mortal wounds, and then the rest of these are saves. So that's 6 saves.
6 saves, -2.
-2, yeah.
Okay, any near fights left? Nope, so I have to do these 4 at a time.
4 at a time.
So the 3 regular dudes live, Sword Brother makes it.
Brava!
Sword Brother makes it.
Brava!
Sword Brother falls. So it is just Helbrecht that stands erect.
What about the Blade Champion? Is he a separate one?
It's not a Blade Champion. This is just a Sword Brother.
Where's the Blade?
The Emperor Champion's down here.
Damn your eyes.
Okay.
Damn.
So then I get to fight. I will fight on death, sir. So
Sir.
I'll put this into your big lad.
You will.
So another try and kill the toads. Helbrecht is there.
What, do you think you could kill the toads?
No, because I want to.
Anti-psyker.
Anti-psyker. 2 hits.
He's not there. No.
He's not at the moment. So 1 wound on Big Chungus.
Chung! Oh, bollocks. He takes it. Okay, damage?
Just 1.
Just 1.
It's power sword.
5 up? Okay, there we
It's
go.
okay.
Nice.
And then there's... I've got to do this the Mordian way with a few at a time. So that's the first 5. And then I've got another 5. All right. And then we need to Come on, carny hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Damn, you're right.
6 saves.
6 saves, sir. Please, Chungus, please.
I just want to do 1 wound to him.
Oh, my.
It's not too bad. It's not a 5-up.
No,
It's not a 5-up.
To be
It's
fair,
not a 5-up. So that's the average.
5-up.
Yay! 2 chainswords.
Nice.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
So
it's down to
18
wounds.
18 left. Okay, then I will get to pick a unit to go with.
You will. We can do this off camera if you want.
Yes, because I'm going to go over here.
Okay. Very good.
If Helbrecht will do, when he strikes, Helbrecht will do that on camera.
Do you want to just do it now?
No, we'll do it properly. We'll resolve some bits off camera and then we'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Yes. So we're back with the big fight in the middle. And once we did all of the off-camera stuff, this big chungus was reduced down to 6 wounds.
6.
Anti-Psyker. It's doing the work.
It is.
The Emperor's Champion did 5 to you alone.
Yeah.
He went...
He did fuck all to the plague test.
He did, yeah. And then over here, naturally, sir, there's a lot of rolling, and I didn't do enough wounds to make Tom even bother rolling his saves because they just heal them all at the end of phase. But then I've only lost like 2 Marines again, so this is just the immovable object meets the unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best bit of the whole
I'm really
army.
liking the plague toads. Oh, I keep calling them plague toads.
They are plague toads. Yeah.
But like, I really like them. They've always been strong though. 9th edition they were strong. 10th edition they're strong.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's just the stock will always go up.
Nice. And do you know what the worst thing is as well? They sell them in boxes of 1.
Oh, isn't it something like if you need to max them out, it costs you like several £100
Yes,
or something?
it's something ridiculous. Hence why I 3D printed some toads.
It's like buy just enough plague toads or a 3D printer and all the rest you're going to need.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, printing those plague toads out for this army
They look so good.
has made the printer's cost and the resin back.
Already.
And
that's not including the Krieg and stuff you've been
Yeah.
trying out as well.
Yeah. And
A little behind the scenes moment there for the,
Yeah.
for the viewers.
I've been printing off some more plague bearers and stuff as well. So.
Nice.
There you go.
I need to get you a 3D printer and just be like, Tom, you can use as much as you want, but when I want stuff, it goes to the top of the queue. And then you can have like the biggest one.
The biggest.
There you go. But we have one last thing to do. The epic fight of ages. It is Big Chungus going in against Helbrecht. In fact, we're going to have him on top of the podium here. In fact, that doesn't look... You know what? Down here, it looks better when he's just standing forth in front of the beat. Yeah. He's just like, in the name of the Emperor, you will not falter. All right, Tom.
Strike!
You're striking or sweeping?
Striking, baby.
Oh, baby.
So be hitting all 2s. Oh, 2 lethal hits, baby.
All right.
1 miss.
All right.
Are you wondering on what's his toughness?
I think he's just a Marine.
Just a minute. Well, it'd be 2s then.
Okay. He would still better. He'd still be getting -1 toughness from
his thingamajig.
Yeah, exactly.
That is 4 wounds, sir. And the AP on this, I do believe, might be AP 3 or 4.
Oh, I've forgotten to use his ability.
What's his ability? Go on.
He might do some more wounds to you.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
2 seconds. I will.
It won't matter because I would have done it on the Plague Bearers here and the Big Chungus here, so this is the only time when it might matter. But
okay.
Yeah.
So the bile sort. Bloody hell! The strike is only AP -2.
For Pimpin.
Yeah.
Pass. Pass.
How about you?
How much damage?
D6.
Off you go.
6 damage.
Oh, you're still going.
1 more, baby.
The Emperor protects. Yes! Fucking epic, man. Well, I better check his stats. He used to have 8 wounds in 9.
This is where he has 2.
Yeah, he has like 4 wounds. But he made 3 out of 4.
He did.
Let's double check his stats and let's see if he holds.
Hold the line.
No! Why, DW? Why? He's only got 5 wounds. He used to have like 8 or 9. He used to be like a dreadnought. He used to be basically a dreadnought.
He is but a man.
He is but a man. That's so dumb.
It's just when you check.
A towel crisis suit with 2 shield drones has more wounds than him.
He literally checked the stats, guys, and just went, no! I was just laughing. I was like, what, has he got 6? And he went, no, 5! I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. It's disappointing that his little cock polishers don't count for anything anymore.
He does get to fight back, though.
He does. He's like, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. He's hit with everything.
Nice.
Come on. Anti-Psycho 4+. Just get all wounds and Tom fails every save and then he just dies. 3.
3. That's still a good show. Still a good show, my lord.
Oh, very good.
Damage?
3 each.
Okay. So 5 up, feeling the pain.
Ooh.
Okay,
7 go through.
7, the blessings number.
Big Daddy Helbrecht. He might have gone down, but he killed 1 Great Unclean One, and he's severely injured.
We killed 1, yes.
But what about second Great Unclean One?
So my big dude over there has got 13 wounds left. Damn.
That's a good showing from Helbrecht. And we'll check his mortal wounds and stuff off camera and see if he could do. I think it's like you roll a dice and on.
We shall.
So I roll the dice. It does a lot.
Okay.
We'll check in a moment, but it does a lot. But that, I believe, is the end of the turn anyway.
It is, yes.
So, you've cleared me from the centre, sir.
I have cleared you from the centre. But there's still the next one.
Now that the Nurglings are down. Charge! Anti-Psycho this, bitch! Oh my God.
Nurglings are OC0.
Yay! Like Ripper Swarms.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we'll be back with Templar, turn 3.
Templar.
Kill, pray, burn! Kill, pray, burn! Templar, turn 2. Daya's fault! God wills it, the Emperor protects! We have begun to advance. We have broken through their lines, sir. Now we shall rout them. Grimaldus' blob moves forward. It is very, very angry. They must avenge their lord. They must avenge Helbrecht. His body must be recovered and taken back so he can be rebuilt. The shooty blob now does not need to hold the back objective because it's not worth any points anyway, and the Nurglings aren't going to drop down. So they have moved forward, and they are also going to do their best to deal with this damn Great Unclean One that dared to strike Helbrecht. We've got to kill it before it can scoop up into its belly. And then over here, stay still. Now, I thought about redirecting Shooty Blob this way, but I kind of want to see the Empress Champion kill this guy. I want to see him do it. Yeah, the Empress Champion will have been involved. The Empress Champion squad, dude, fucking think about this mode. The Empress Champion squad will have single-handedly killed 2 Great Unclean Ones and the Plague Toads. Oh, sure. And they've not had Oath of Moment. Oh, they had Oath of Moment once. For the Emperor's Champion, yes! It's so badass. I love playing on Templars. I can just let go of all the tactical brain. Because you can try and be clever when you're playing Templars, or you could just run at the enemy and just try and just Naruto run at them.
Demons don't think.
Exactly. So it's been fun just being able to take the tactical brain off. Such a refreshing from last game. Just take the tactical brain off and just run at you and actually be rewarded for just pure speed, violence, momentum. Yeah. Over here, I did think about sending Grimaldus' blob here because this fight is not going to go my way. But I decided that Grimaldus just looked at these Templars failing to kill these 2 abominations.
We're not worthy.
Grimaldus just looked at mediocre and just moved on. No, at the end of the day, Grimaldus is going to go. He's a Templar. He is going to go where the biggest fight is. He's going to go with the fight. So hopefully he might be able to clear this and then swing back over there and deal with that. They just need to hold the line in the name of the Emperor. There we are. And as Grimaldus would probably, how he would probably see it, if you've ever read Hell's Reach, he'd probably just be like, you started this fight. Finish your own business. Do you know what I mean? He's not a nice guy, Grimaldus. He's not an evil guy.
Oh,
He definitely,
Space Marines aren't nice guys.
yeah, he definitely goes through a bit of an arc during Hell's
Other than
Reach.
Argyle is the best.
That's a word bearer, isn't it?
No.
It definitely
It's
is.
the best word bearer. Argyle is actually a very... He's one of the best characters.
I don't agree. Anyway, I don't agree because I don't know.
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? Damn your eyes!
You should see his model, then you'll be like, doesn't look like a nice guy.
Doesn't look like a nice guy. All right, well, what we're going to do is we'll go into the... Oath of Moment. There. So what we're going to do is... and we should have mentioned, Helbert went out like a boss.
He did.
That 6 from for his special ability meant that he did D3 plus 3 mortal wounds to the big guy, and he did the big 6. And Tom's Feel No Pain came in clutch and stopped 3 of them. But the long and the short and the tall of it is that Helbrecht single-handedly halved a Great Unclean One.
Yeah.
What an absolute
Chad.
mega boss. Absolute Chad. What an absolute Giga Chad. All right, now we'll go on to the shooting. We're going to do all of that off camera because it is just many a bolt around. And that will be that. Oh, I forgot. I knew I'd forgotten something. My orders.
Oh dear.
So Tom has, to give it a context, in all the other games we've done tactical objectives, Tom has got the good draw every time.
Sleight of hand.
He's had the sleight of hand. And I've been fighting like an uphill battle. And this game, he's had a terrible draw. And I'm just gliding in and out of there right now. I am absolutely just having the best time. I'm picking all the good cards. So Assassination, that's easy to do. Secure No Man's Land, already done it. Brilliant.
No. Wait.
So I'm running
And
away.
I'm still on 0 points, baby.
Turn 3, no point.
Wow. That's how you win this game, right?
Yeah. Lowest score wins. There you go. I mean, you don't get the person that came 100th doesn't win the event, right?
I feel like, do you know the deep for the boys when it's like, and the deep wins. It's like,
oh yeah, it's like Magnum, like Blue Steel. All right, let's do some shooting, and we'll see where it takes us.
yes.
Shoot her! Shoot her! Mass reactive bolts coming in from bolt rifles, assault carbines, bolt pistols, heavy bolt pistols, even plasma pistols, inferno pistols, singeing the nipple hair. And we have managed to reduce this Great Unclean One down to 4 wounds. The beast is bleeding. Now it is time to topple it. My God, sir.
Damn your eyes.
That is all my shooting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I did a wound here and Thomas went, 5 up. Or 4 up in this case. And then, of course, nothing happened.
Now for something completely different.
But now we have some charges there.
We do.
Damn your eyes.
Grimaldus.
is going for it. Grimaldus first. He will have the honor. He will have the glory. Yes! Drive them, men. Drive them. And I am going to send in, even though they're probably not going to kill the toads, it's good to, like...
Show willing.
So we're going to charge... we'll charge both to give me options. No. So it'll be, we'll say like a 6-inch charge.
Yeah.
Drive them! And that's the first time I think either one of us has rolled above a 7 on a charge.
Honestly.
It's been one of them.
It's been a long day.
I'm tired, boss.
I'm tired, boss.
All right, so we're going to move all of these guys in and we are going to bring it down. Oh, just look at that, boys. Waves upon waves of Templars just crashing through the walls, bringing bolt gun and bayonets into the fight against the demonic foe. I was just saying to Tom, the imagery just right now is just awesome. The idea of Grimaldus just striding forward, Croesus in the air. There's banners going. They're taking the relics into war with them, and all the Crusaders this column, this platoon of Crusaders just chanting prayers and war cries, just going in against the big beastie. It definitely looks the part, this giant monster just surrounded by the Marines. And you know what, Tom? We're gonna give the heroes the chance to bring down the big beasts. So we're going to do things a little bit differently, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to fight with the with Grimaldas over here first and see if he can bring it down.
Naturally.
And if he does, that's great. And if he doesn't, then we'll let this guy fight back. And then over here, we'll see if the Emperor's Champion can bring this guy down.
Because otherwise, it would be like Grimaldus is like striding forward, ready to like kill this big beast.
As a neophyte jumps in with a...
Yeah, and just stabs it. Yeah. It's like, the fuck, man?
The neophyte just comes in with like his butter knife and just like stabs it in the tape. Stabs it in the tape and just pulls it off. So Grimaldus is
like, the fuck, bro?
That was my kill, youngling. All right, so we've got 5 attacks from Grimaldus going in. All of them hits.
Damn your eyes.
Anti-Psyker 4+. Oh! Don't even need the rerolls. Here we go.
4 ups, baby.
Ooh, 3 go through. That will be 6 damage. He's only got 4 wounds left.
Where was gone, though? 5 up.
Ah!
Not even a single 5 up. You're useless.
Grimaldus lays low the beast, and with a divine smite, it just explodes, and all of the gorgeous is burnt away in the Emperor's righteous flames.
Deadly Dimmadome.
No.
So
As like I
again,
said, you're just burnt. Literally, the pure spirit of the Emperor just comes out of Grimaldus and just he burns him. He strikes it. How you doing back there, R2?
I like to think that the demons just make stupid noises when they go.
Yeah. I like to think of the demons like just being like really upset, like, you don't fight fair, this isn't fun. You know what I mean? Like childish about the whole thing. Because them it's like to the Templars it's a serious business, but the demons it's just a game.
Well, I know that the demons get really annoyed whenever they see like the Nurglings getting killed because they're like, they're our little lords. Like,
yeah. I was just gonna say, now it's up to you, Tom. I don't think your Great and Clean One is going to kill the entire squad here.
I want you to see if you can kill him with the Emperor.
Will the Emperor's Champion get him first? Okay, so we'll go with the Emperor. We're doing things slightly out of sequence, but it's just for epicness.
It's for rule of cool.
Exactly.
Baby.
So the Emperor's Champion will draw the black blade, and he will plunge it into your chest. He's dropped 1, sir. He's dropped 1.
Drop 1. Scratch 1.
Ah.
What's on?
It's too late. I've seen the results.
What were you going to say?
Well, now...
Is it the sustained hits?
Yeah.
You did say to me off camera you were going to do it.
Oh, okay. See, I don't remember these things. Pass me the dice.
I remember.
Pass me the dice. I couldn't remember if I said it on camera or off camera. Yes! I've spent my fervent acclamation. So that's 7 hits from the Emperor. 6 attacks, 7 hits.
Me.
4s now. Oh! Drive them, men! Drive them! This is a 4-up, Tom. 4-up save. Will we get past the demonic energies? Oh, it's 9 damage. You have 9 feel no pains.
There's a chance, boss.
Drive them. Purge these demonic entities in the name of him on terror.
Okay, so he saves 2. He's on 2 wounds. Oh wait, no, that's a 6.
That's a 6.
Ah!
Or do you mean R2 noise?
Well, it depends. Do I explode?
I
explode or not? No, nay.
No. Ah! Drive them, men! Drive them!
He's okay. He's got 9. Oh God!
Oh God! It's like that scene. There's like a couple of scenes that come to mind. If you're a Halo fan, it's like the beginning of Halo 2 when you're defending Cairo Station, and you look out the viewport, and one of the Marines is like, "Oh my God! Looks like the Athens has already driven off her borders." And they send like a radio message like, "Report Athens!" Like, "I can't believe it! They're retreating! We won!" And then it just goes. And the Covenant like left a bomb on the.
Is it Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3? It just says end. It just says objective survive.
Yeah, that's Halo Reach.
Oh,
that's Halo Reach. Halo Reach survive.
And then you just realise this overwhelming just dread.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh my days.
That's grim. Well, that is pretty much my.
That's it. All that remains are 4 plague toads. This fight's never going to end. But all that remains is 2 plague toads.
Would you do me the honour, sir, of giving me a swift
A concession.
concession, sir?
If you wish to concede, sir.
You're going to concede to me, is that it? Yeah.
Wait, what?
So I will say this, dear viewers: turn 3, I scored
no points. You're not, and you can't even.
This is the first game.
Oh, a minute. Let's say you get rid of capture enemy outpost.
Yes.
And you spend your 2 CP to do this, and you draw extend battle lines. If you draw 1 object markers in your own deployment zone.
I do control that one.
And you also control 1 objective markers in no man's land.
Which I won't.
Which you won't. So you can't score that one either. So even
the line
turn
is
4,
ended.
and even if you went for turn 5, overwhelming force, if you had anything left.
Jesus Christ.
You have to destroy a unit that's going to be on an objective marker, and they're all 20-man Crusader bricks. So even peering into the future using the Empress Tarot.
The magic Empress 8-ball. The custodians are shaking it like, what do we do? It's like
stay positive. Try again later.
I love. Do you know what? That would be so funny if that's in the lore. It's like the custodians are like, "Oh, Emperor, what do we do?" And it's actually not the Emperor; it's just an 8-ball they've discovered out of some reliquary. And they're like, it's like, don't ask. It's like, oh.
Oh, he's testing us. We was working out for ourselves.
Try again later.
Well, Tom, shake my hand.
GG,
that
man.
was
so funny.
That was certainly a game.
That was a game. That was certainly a game of temp.
Wow.
I scored 0 points because my dudes couldn't shoot.
I have to say, like,
that was funny.
For me, I wasn't even thinking about the points. No. I was barely. The only tactical decision I made that entire game was screening out the back.
So
that was it.
Is this the Empress Champion? This team?
No, that's a sword brother. It's the other one with the sword held high. He is
definitely
the Empress Champion.
MVP of this whole entire game. Oh my God.
Man. Well, we were just saying off camera that the Empress Champion squad single-handedly, with only one bit of Oath of Moment support, killed Rotigus, Great Unclean One, and 2 Plague Toads. And that was all down to the Empress Champion. The Black Sword, baby. The Black Sword.
That's 800 points. They just went, just got cleaved.
They fucking purged, man. They absolutely purged. Jesus. Like over here, like you actually wiped out my central attack force, and that flank has been held up the whole game.
Yeah.
Wherever the characters weren't, that's where you were succeeding.
So that's obviously a Black Templar win. But should we go to final thoughts?
We should. I think we'll have a chill and a chat.
Yes, chill and chat.
Victory is assured. That was certainly something.
That was a game.
That
certainly was a game.
I don't think we've ever had a more one-sided affair on the Mordian Glory channel, apart from that one time I did lose a game turn 1, but that was in 7th edition. Point of note, don't advance against Blood Angels.
Well, that's very good.
But it's not 7th edition now. It is 10.
Do you know what? That was such a... I brought a meme army, and it was very much a meme game.
It was.
Yes, very much so.
I too also brought a meme army.
Yes, and it very much was a meme game.
Yeah. It was, I think, if I could have some final thoughts first, I would say the Anti-Psycho 4+, when we started the game, it felt like it was I was gonna sweep you away in one turn. And then I actually played it and I was like, okay, this is good. Yeah. But all it's actually allowing me to do is kill you. And I know it might sound like obvious. What I mean is, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have even touched you. It would have actually been a very boring game. It would have been a very frustrating game. It would have been me fishing for sixes the entire time.
Because you wouldn't have been able to kill me.
Yeah.
For example, those Plague Toads over there, like you couldn't scratch the sides with them, and it was quite funny just watching you be like, whatever.
Because you couldn't do anything to them. So I feel like although some people might see this and think the Anti-Psycho completely won the game, and I wouldn't deny it wasn't a huge factor. I feel like all it really made me do is be able to engage with the Great and Clean Ones. And it didn't just make it so I was just sat there 5 turns, grinding away, just rolling dice. Like, It would have been like just a whole game of playing against the Nurgle, the Plague Toads.
Yeah.
And just like, why am I even rolling dice?
Yeah.
So it made, from my point of view, and I don't know how you feel about this, Tom, but it felt powerful but not overpowered, and it felt like we were actually able to have the dice rolls mean something.
Yeah. I personally didn't have an issue with the game. I thought the anti-psycho thing was like, God, it's strong, but I wasn't like super like bothered about it.
6 rounds of combat.
Yeah.
Great Klingons are tough, but probably under any circumstances you would expect them to crumble after 6 rounds of combat.
Yeah, dedicated combat, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, they crumbled a bit faster than what I was thinking they would, but again, I said to you, I was like, Great and Clean ones, they're actually really tough.
Yeah.
Like, in the grand scheme of things. Like,
yeah.
I went into the game thinking in the ninth perspective where I'm like, oh, they're just going to get shot.
Yeah.
10th, I'm like, oh my God, the Beast of Nurgle, they're bloody tough.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Great and Clean ones, they're bloody tough. I overall had a really good game. I know I scored like no points, but we're having a laugh like playing a game.
That truly was you just not drawing any cards.
Yeah, it was like
there was none. There was nothing you could do.
Anything. And the only points I could score was the centre, but again, you had like so many bodies. I was like, oh, like just trying to score points.
For me, from turn 2, when we your turn 2 and you went first, sort of halfway point when we stopped playing.
Yeah.
I stopped thinking of this. I wasn't tactical in any way, but I was just like, I'm just going to kill big monsters.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's what would be fun. That's what would look cool on camera. And so I literally was just like, I embraced my inner Templar, and I was like, what is the biggest beast on this battlefield? I must have its head. I need another trophy for my mantelpiece.
If we were playing properly, it would be like, oh, we'll, we have to fight in this order. It's like, no, fuck that.
It's not going to make a difference.
Just use the cool stuff. Like, for me though, overall, getting to like my final thoughts, final thought. My MVP was the Beast of Nurgle.
Plague 2.
I know you didn't like the phase capping and stuff like that, but I actually thought it was such a just fucking mechanic. Because for example, if you can't kill him in melee, then like you've not really got the tools to deal with him in melee. But if you can't kill him in shooting, you've not got the tools to kill him in shooting. But for me, if I went into guard with the Beast of Nurgle, you just pick the Beast of Nurgle up in like a... It's
very army dependent, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if I'd had some power fists, maybe I could have,
Oh yeah, if you had taken the best option, which is power fist, I think you would have cleared them like after a couple of turns.
I still wounding on 5s.
Yeah.
But then I've got 3 models in each squad wounding on 5s rather than just the sword brother who's desperately hacking away and just not getting anywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the Beast of Nurgle, I kept going hot and cold on it. So when I killed them, I was like, oh, it's like the nicest feeling in the world. I genuinely
it's like killing a 20-man Krieg squad. You're like, it's fucking dead.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Then if it comes back, it's a bit less so. But if you killed it and it's like, it's dead. You're not getting that back now. And it's like, that's a good feeling.
They are dead hard, but they don't do any damage.
They don't do any damage.
They hit on 4s. Like I was just watching you picking 3s up, and it took me a couple of rounds to be like, why? Oh yeah, he's picking 3 because he hits on 4s.
I feel like they're a moving barricade sort of thing.
Yeah, 100%. They're just a big old wall of meat that doesn't die. And the thing is, what I find with them is, if you don't have the tools to deal with them, they're going to sit there the entire game not dying.
Yeah.
But the moment that if you're a shooting army, or the moment that you just like Custodes, a kind of combat army that just has what it takes. They don't. There's only 2 of them in the squad, and they just go.
Yeah, because you can't bring them back or anything.
They're completely all or nothing. They either sit there, never die. Imagine like guards trying to bayonet them to death. They'd never do it. Or
at that point we'd just be like, no, I'm not bothering. Just don't bother, sort of thing. But yeah, no, I thought it was.
I like the idea of the Nurgle permanently regenerating like wounds, and the Kriegers just regenerating like D3 a turn, just like
just the cloning bats.
Yeah, or the Termagant just being like endless swarm, Termagant, endless swarm. Termagant's like, who's gonna have the most OC on the objective?
Yeah, but overall, I enjoyed that game. Like, I don't really have any complaints about it. Weirdly enough.
Yeah,
other than the like the cards and some of like the fact that I couldn't score some points just because of not being able to shoot.
Yeah,
that's it. Like, okay,
there's definitely some.
That just needs an FAQ. In all honesty,
definitely some strange idiosyncrasies of the game. I said to Tom off camera, so I'll say it on camera. Weirdly, Even though this game was a lot more memey and it was a lot more one-sided, I really enjoyed this game.
Yeah, so do I. I enjoyed it more than last week's game.
And you won last week's game.
I won last week's game, so that says it all. It's just, but again, it's the different atmosphere, and also not playing totally by the rules, but letting things slide a bit because it's like a bit more thematic and everything.
So one thing that we sort of last week, and when we did the night battle report, we were really like strict with like a lot of the terrain rules and stuff. So if it's a barricade, you've got to go over it. If it's that was the main one.
Yeah.
And I'll just pick the camera for a second. And as you can see, we like to have quite thematic boards. So we like to have barricades and blown up tanks and all sorts of stuff around. And we were just finding that what this was doing was leading to some real, as we said before, negative game experiences.
Frustrations as well.
So we had a moment where, a couple of battle reports ago, where a knight couldn't charge a chimera, and because a tiny little robo tractor.
Yeah, I think it was this tractor actually, guys. This tractor, it's above 2 inches or 3 inches.
And you had to go like up and like over it and round it. It turned what should have been like a 6-inch charge into like an 11-inch charge. And we were too strict on the rules, and so what happened is what should have been an epic moment of a knight charging, like a baby knight, charging into a chimera, using that chain glaive, just like cut it apart. The guys spilling out, some of them getting caught in the explosion. Instead, what happened was, I didn't make the charge.
Yeah.
And then last week we were quite strict with ourselves because we tried to play quite a strict game last week. And this week we were like, unless it's a full-blown ruin, any of the little barricades, any of the, including the Lehman Russes, including the blown-up chimeras, we can just go straight through them. They are battlefield debris that we can go straight through because we have absolutely overloaded this board with terrain because we want it to look good. And we're not going to have boards that look good and punish gameplay because that totally just creates feel-bad scenes.
So any of the filigree and stuff, unless we specifically went, that's a ruin, for example, this centre piece is like whatever we want to call it. It didn't really matter this game because obviously it's mainly movie game armies and stuff, but whatever, if it's just filigree and crap on the board to make it look nice, then we're not going to count it as gameplay effect.
And it's just been, I think my closing final thought, and it's sort of towards this game, but also generally towards 10th, is I think you need to be a little bit more flexible with the rules.
You need to ebb and flow, and also you need to play it casually, because if you play it competitively, it's not got the FAQs it needs to be a competitive game.
Exactly. I just think 10th edition right now is split into two. It's almost like playing two different games. You go to a competitive board, and we're not, by the way, let's be clear, we're not pooing on
you can play
competitive play at all. Play how we always say, play how you think's fun, play for fun. And what's very clear to understand is if you absolutely love cutthroat tournaments with the proper terrain and the proper missions and the proper armies and the proper opponents and everyone's bringing their A game, that's absolutely fine. We are both experienced on the competitive scene. We have both done that all through 9th. So we're not saying this from like a place of ignorance. We know competitive terrain and competitive games.
We played competitive for almost 3 years straight on 9th.
Yes, absolutely. And we've come to 10th and we've tried being quite serious about 10th. I know it might not seem like it with the years and the memes and all that stuff, but in terms of like how we've been trying with the rules, we've tried to be quite serious with them with just a little bit of wiggle room. And we found that the game it just doesn't work that way. You have to have some gentleman's agreements. You have to be able to play as intended. You have to be able to let the game breathe and make room for those epic moments, because there's technically correct and then there's like actually correct. And so we feel like 10th is the casual edition.
To step above players intended, isn't it? It's players like how you think in your gaming group or your specific game. You know what it is?
It's forged the narrative.
Yeah.
It's the old sort of
perspective on it.
Yeah, and some people use that as a bit like a forged narrative. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think 10th edition is, since we stopped taking it absolutely black and white, started playing absolutely rules as written,
more fun.
We have found it to be all of the problems, all of the issues, all of the dumpster fire that you hear about 10th. It's just slipped away. And so if you're thinking about getting into the game, we highly encourage it. And if you're struggling with it, with the competitive side of it, we highly encourage you to just try it a little bit more casually, because we've gone from being competitive players to casual players, and 10th edition basically caused that transition.
Do you know what games I actually find most fun in 10th? Combat Patrol games.
We've not done that yet.
I think the added rules to Combat Patrol games and like sort of like the cool stuff you can do in them on narrative or whatever, I think they're actually really, really, really cool. And also, you can crack them out faster. And I find that a lot more, if I can sit down for an hour or an hour and a half and crack out a game, whether it's me getting older and a bit more like, I can't be, 3 hours a game.
You're ancient now, Tom.
I'm ancient.
You're in your mid-20s.
I'm in my mid-20s.
My palm gem has gone off. I'm 30 now, so I'm going to be going to the recycling vats any time now. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, no, I don't know. Combat Patrol as well, because it's got that added a bit of extra rules and stuff to make it a bit more.
So the two boxes can face off against each other.
So for example, the Death Guard and stuff, you can raise Poxwalkers and stuff like that.
Oh, no way!
All that sort of thing.
Right, Combat Patrol next week.
Combat Patrol, baby.
Combat Patrol. I think next week we'll see what armies, because I don't think any of us have actually ever bought a Combat Patrol, so we'll have to see.
I have.
So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the Combat Patrol rules, and we might get a couple of battle reports done, and that might be a bit of fun. But let us, as always. We've kind of rambled here, but what are your final thoughts? We also talk about our final thoughts. What are your final thoughts, dear viewers? Did you, even though the game was obviously a bit one-sided, did you still enjoy it? Did you enjoy the narrative? We tried to go for those more epic moments this time. We worried less about the points. We didn't even tell you what the score was or anything. Didn't really matter.
I think it was pretty
It didn't really
clear.
matter. Yeah, exactly. But did you enjoy more of the narrative, and the game was almost just like a framework to allow us to do that? And tell us your thoughts on 10th edition. It's 2 months old now. There's plenty of tournament data out there. There's plenty of casual sort of thoughts and experience out there. Let us know. Are you finding 10th edition good on the competitive side? Or are you finding yourselves inexorably drawn towards the more casual side? Let us know. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to smash that like button like I just smashed Tom! Yes! It's Toxic Tim! I said I was playing casually. I was cutthroat. I was whacker. He never stood a chance. I Liz Taylor against him!
You didn't read the contract, sir! You didn't read it. It is there in fine print writing!
Mordian must win every game. No. In all seriousness, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you smash that like button if you did so. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more of these battle reports. And if you want to go the extra mile, support us, help us get more terrain, more armies, and produce more of this kind of content, then please consider becoming a channel member or Patreon supporter. It truly is the lifeblood of the channel. We could not do it without the incredible support of our channel members, patrons. It gives us that reliability, that regular sort of income. So thank you so much to all of our current channel members and all of our patrons. And of course, a special thank you to the top tier ones, the War Masters as well. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, as always, we'll see you guys next time.
Nurgle, yeah!